de LB. Tem guerra em todas as quedas. Pacote hypado no traje. Vamos ser campeão, então esquece.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho. E ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
Correndo pela viela, nasce no gueto. Toca na pista e no bico. Sempre disseram que a vida é um jogo. Durmo tarde, acordo cedo. Mano, acredita no sonho. Perca tuas noites de sono, faça valer. Também disseram que eu não era capaz. E quem disse viu tudo isso acontecer. Melhor da minha área, melhor que tá tendo. Melhor que ninguém, só melhor que eu mesmo. Minha voz ninguém cala. Já viu que vencemos, que nós é o trem e talento tem mesmo.
We are live for this amazing Sunday of 6 drops of Free Fire in LBFF Season 6 coming up for you guys. We have groups A and C going at each other. And of course, I am myself, Fiantini, your pilot for the day. And my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, is by my side to bring you all the insights of this great Sunday. How you doing, Carol?
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, Marcelo, for having me in this amazing day where we're going to watch the most aggressive group that we have watching so far here this season. So Group C will come to also contest the top of our table, but also today is an important day for us to keep an eye on the bottom because Furia team is coming, Real Esports is also playing, so a lot of things is going to happen and a lot of things by the end of the day will be changed in our standings, Marcelo.
And it's funny to see Group C with 4 teams fighting to be the number 1 in the qualification phase, but 2 teams fighting to be on Series A next season. As you said, Real and Furia are the 2 teams on the bottom of our tables. Tropa, I mean, XD, Amazon Creeps, they got a little distance in between them in the games yesterday, and now Real has to take 54 points of difference to get to XD. And Furia has to take 61 off. So they need good days today to come back to the fight, to leave the relegation zone, and to make it more messy for our tables. But we have B4, who had an amazing Quadrabuya last Sunday. Team Coda Solid, who played well yesterday and could bring it today. Corinthians, that was the best team of the day yesterday. Surprisingly, the best team of the day yesterday. When we have Tropa and Loud coming in to play as well. Tropa, a surprise this season. The newcomers are doing it well. And Loud is bringing back the game that we expected from Loud last season, and they did not deliver it this season. They are doing it. Meta Gaming, one of the surprises this season as well. Vivocade, who was having a bad season but yesterday did well. Bond, who needs to come back to the rhythm that they had to start the season. And then Nitrox of 10, a team that is lumping a little bit, who needs to develop. And Team Solomid, a newcomer that shows sparks of brilliance, but sometimes lets it fall, Carol.
Yes, Marcelo, of course. And one thing I could not notice here was Corinthians, Tropa, and Loud points. They are very close. Tropa and Corinthians, they are tied right now, and Loud come right behind with a 3 points less than them, but too close of each other. Also not too far away from Team Coda Solid. Before, we know that they will definitely be reminded for their aggressiveness and for leading the table last weekend after 4 buyas. So a lot of things are going to happen, Marcelo, watching these great teams that we gather today. Probably the day will not be disappointed.
And we know that some of those teams depend a lot on individual skills from their players. So let's check the list of the kill leaders throughout the season, as we have MTS still leading. Yesterday he had a good day and kept himself on the top of the list with 49 kills. We have Ichinchi Spain, the second place with 45. Gus got to the 3rd place yesterday with 44 kills. Natividade met us in this list yesterday with such great usage of grenades. gets to the 4th position with 42 kills, and Killed, who did not play yesterday, who has 6 maps played less than all those guys, in the 5th position with 41 kills, Carol.
Yes, Marcelo. So our kill leaders are basically all together today, if not Forgas and Atividad. But Killed, who showed us such great performance here, we actually saw a couple of videos of him throughout the matches last weekend, so it's going to be very interesting to watch these guys fighting over the top. Vitin, who is surprising us this season, he's definitely got some magic in his hand, and MTS, and you know, Marcelo, on MTS we can count.
We can count on MTS, and we can count on the aggressiveness of SS Esports. However, we can also count on the aggressiveness from the players of Tropa, a team that got to Serie A this season, who is debuting on Serie A this season, and who is bringing some good names to the top of the standings, such as Killed, as we have here on the top of the list. And we also have some statistics, some numbers to bring you guys about how Tropa is faring off in Serie A this season, for you to understand how the team is doing well. They are averaging 10.13 points per drop, Carol, the 2nd best average in the league.
Yes, that's amazing. And you well pointed out that is in the league. It's not only this season, but in the whole league. Tropa, who is a debut team here this season, counting only with the 2 players that have been played, but they are doing an amazing job, and their best player, he's definitely a newcomer, he's a newbie here. But we can also see the charts for Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, how much points they get per map, and it is amazing. Look, they got the 3 maps, they got the 4th best range for, you know, points compared to the other teams, and we are talking about 18 teams, and they can be the 4th best one in each one of the maps. That's incredible. They count right now with the 2 Buyas, which it is on the it is average number, not compared with Fluxo team that have reached 6 Buyas so far, but still they are doing a good job, even though with only 2 Buyas, right?
And it's amazing to see that they have the 4th best average in each map, and that average mirrors itself on the numbers that Tropa has throughout the whole season. You don't see a team that is unbalanced, that has a great map and an awful map to balance it at all. They are good in each map.
Yes.
They have a good number of kills per drop, almost 4 kills per drop, the 5th best average in the season. They have 9 top 3 finishes throughout the season. So what a consistent team is Tropa, and that falls a little bit on the shoulders of Capgi, right?
Yes, Marcelo. I would going to talk about Capgi right now, because I was really interesting to see the standings for Nitrox Top 10, because I remember that Nitrox Top 10 was a newcomer last season, the past season, and they were actually one of the best newcomers along with Team Coda Solid. They were always so aggressive, and like you said, this falls a little bit in the shoulders of Capgi. He is definitely an amazing coach, and he came for the sports. He was a soccer player, and I think being in this competitive world gives you the gas that you need to go for it, right?
So if you're talking about Capgi and the impact that he has on this Tropa team, you gotta stay tuned on Capgi.
Eu acho que, tipo assim, não existe segredo. Existe uma boa regularidade, um time completo, um time fechado, todo mundo de bem com o outro, bem-estar na casa, pô, vai sair todo mundo junto, vai comer todo mundo junto, tipo, essas paradas assim, sabe? Eu prezo muito por isso, pelo bem-estar do time, a humildade, sempre manter os pés no chão, que a gente vai alcançar o objetivo que a gente pretende. Eu acho que uma das posições que está sendo mais importante no meta que está tendo hoje é o terceiro homem, que é o granadeiro, que a gente tá tendo um MVP, que é o Killet, que tá amassando. O nosso estilo do jogo é jogar em função dele. Então, pô, a gente quebra o CR7, quebra a granada e tal, vai indo, e ele vai fazendo as bombas, e a gente vai ficando mais solto, os rush já libera e a gente vai avançando.
Caindo na sexta colocação. Olha o Killet! Abençoado seja o vosso lança!
Pra chegar no topo é tranquilo. Agora, o mais difícil é pra você se manter lá no topo. A gente tá pensando primeiro em classificar pra final, por mais que a gente tá com a regularidade boa, o time tá desempenhando bem, a gente, tipo, eu não pretendo mostrar muito o jogo que eu tenho pra final. A gente tá mais focado em jogar, em testar algumas coisas novas, em pegar uma colocação boa e, consequentemente, indo pra final, aí a gente vai ter um jogo já implantado, a gente vai brigar pelo título sim, a gente vai chegar forte nessa final, conto com a torcida de vocês.
Strong words by Capgui, holding on his secrets for the finals because he believes that Tropa will be on the finals, and I believe as well, Carol. But we have to check out which is the path of Tropa to get to the finals. Starting today, we got to check out the schedule for the day, knowing the teams that will be playing here today with Bonde, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10 Team, Coda Solid Team, Solomit, and Vivocate. Starting for Group A, and we have Group C with B4, Furia, Loud, Metagaming, Real, and the so-called Tropa. And Carol, those are the two groups that we see the most going forward. Group B is a group that plays more safely, and those two groups are really aggressive. Do you believe that we will have quick matches today?
Well, Marcelo, thinking about the matches that we had yesterday, Group B came for the game, right? They were definitely on the game. We had quick matches. The first 3 ones happened so fast. Purgatory, we got our first kill in 1.5 minutes. So probably today, maybe they will come with the same gas, with the same vibe, with the same energy that we are expecting. Most because they are all completing 24 matches, except for Group A, of course, because they played yesterday. So there's nothing to lose. So let's go for it. Let's go for the kills. Let's go for positions. And I'm pretty much sure the guys will start with, kind of balanced game, I would say.
And we talked about the teams that are playing today, Carol, and the best players of all those teams. I gotta say, today I have my best FF squad of the whole season. Today I have 2 players that are running for MVP. I have the most selected player in my squad. So I'm game today, Carol.
Look what's funny. We are seeing here the most selected players on round 8, and Will, he keeps being the most selected player weekend by weekend, round by round. This is not the first time we are seeing Will like in the very first place. And actually, Marcelo, that's because he's cheap. But the thing when you put up the price, it's because a player is really good. And actually, Will is doing a good job. And I don't understand why his price is not a big price right now. But I think maybe if today he has a good day, finish it with a clean rounds, he's probably going to price it up.
But for today, I have 2 players off that list. I have Will and I have Killed, or Killed, as Capgui said. Killed is on my squad as well, as so as Vitinho XP. I saved money for Vitinho XP. Today, I'm going for the top of the standings.
You came fast and furious today, huh?
Yeah, I came eager for the points today, and I am taking the positions from Carol and Murilo this weekend. You better bet it. Next week we will check the table of the Casters League, and I'll be at the 6th position, not at the top, but at the 6th
Marcel is no
position.
joke. Marcel is no joke today, but you gotta watch out, bro, because I got Capgui in my squad for today, and you already watch it. So he's keeping the best for the finals.
So he will not score well today. If he's keeping his game for the finals, he will not score well today. And we have the list of the maps that our usual rotation, and we'll be bringing you guys as well Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda, Purgatory, Kalahari, Bermuda. And Carol, I am eager to see if before we'll try to repeat what they did last week.
Well, Marcelo, thinking about that, I think the fourth Booyah was more a lack of lucky. Because, of course, the goal, it is and get the Booyahs. But sometimes we know that we don't get the Booyah, like yesterday. Fak was really lucky to get the Booyah, you know. He not lucky, but he was smart to think about to go for the last spot in the safe zone and block the way of the other players, and he was wise about that. But if before wants to repeat the story itself, they needed to think strategically today. They needed to think about the position. The first two Booyahs were not wow points for Booyahs, and the second ones were more planned. So if they wanted to repeat it, Marcelo, I think they need to hold on a little bit and save the best for the last.
They need to indeed save the best for the last, as we have before Tropa and Loud, three teams that finished last weekend on the top of the standings, playing today and bringing up their best game for this weekend. As we get the time to check out the gaming houses of the players. I like the gaming house from Real with that neon lights, and Tropa having their moment of focus, of getting together, of compliments before already ready for the game. Metagaming as well. I hope the Dogo is there. We need the Dogo if Metagaming get a Booyah. I will not shout Booyah if they don't get the Dogo. But we have all the teams ready. We are starting to get ready. The engines are starting to run on our airplane. And your expectations for this Bermuda map, Carol? This Purgatory map, I mean.
My expectation was the same from yesterday. Group A is the home team, so they have this opportunity of double rounds, and they needed to get in the game for it. So, Marcelo, when you have the right time to play twice, go for it. You know, focus yourself. So I'm pretty much sure the teams that belong to the Group A, Marcelo, will be more than ready to play right now.
So if they're ready, it's better for them to be, because you're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R8D1 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Fiorentini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Michel, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Purgatory Map, our first destination of today, and we are heading to Brasilia, where metagame it is. We are heading to Ski Lodge, where Team Coda Solid it is, and also Furia, who's not doing a good job. They are heading themselves to Fire Brigade. So, Marcelo, looks like we are going to have an early engagement, maybe with a metagame, Tropa, or maybe Furia and Tropa, which tells me right now to look it up to see where is the favorite drop call for Tropa, because I have never seen them there.
Furia indeed goes to Fire Brigade.
They do.
The most times. Let's check Real. Real goes to Fire Brigade and Lumber Mill as well.
But Tropa, I'd never seen them. They go to Central. They went 4 times in Central and 4 times in Maple Works. Probably they are trying to go to Central right now, but they had a quick stop in Brasilia, and Furia is aware of that.
Furia is aware of that. Memgad is already trying to gather some info, some intel on the players from Tropa, as he takes the time to gather some equipment, to gather some loot. And Furia already starting their usual rotation in the Fire Brigade. Coach Altman prepared those guys for a better weekend. We believe that, as we see Memgad Gusta Hatin and Biel God Hatin playing as a starter today. We have Furia rotating through the newcomers on the team. We have Hatin coming in for this game today. We've had also the rotation being done with Bolin as well. So this is a good team, and as we see the stats for Purgatory, Kawan
is the same from yesterday, right?
Yeah, it didn't have the time to change actually.
Exactly.
During the maps. So Kawan, the player with the most individual kills in this the history of Purgatory, of competitive Purgatory here in Brazil, with 112 takedowns. Loud with 413 kills is the team that has the most kills, and BL is the guy who holds the fastest kill in the history of Purgatory with only 40 seconds, Carol.
Marcelo, so Loud. We know that Loud, it is the best team in Purgatory today. Actually, short quick story. What is really funny about Loud is that most of their booyahs is not only in Purgatory, but they always start a booyah in the first map of Purgatory, the first map of the day. I remember last season, if I'm not mistaken, or yes, last season, that Loud got a booyah. They were having bad moments, and then they started going for the booyah with more than 23 points. Amazing eliminations. So Loud have the dominance over Purgatory map, and I'm pretty much sure this is going to be a battle also with Before. That we know that Before right now they got a new all-time record in this season, the most booyah in a single round, 4 booyahs, as we are watching them right now, and they are, if Loud dominate Purgatory, Before dominated the best call of Purgatory, that is Brasilia. Of course, they share it with Metagame, but we have seen great things happening for Before in Brasilia.
And even before having the Quadrabuya last weekend, and holding up the best position in the map, they didn't got a Buya in Purgatory last weekend. The 4 Buyas went, 2 in Kalahari, 2 in Bermuda.
Funny, huh?
So that shows up how well this team is playing right now, and how well this fight might become right now, because Furia is coming for Vivocate with aggressiveness. Grenades from that god coming in to try to take Hachi and Gusta on the ice. That god keeps throwing the grenades, and he finds Gusta over there. He finds the first takedown of the day. And now that god is trying to confirm the first kill of the day. The grenades are coming in. Gusta is on the floor as well, once again. And now Modestia is using the ice to protect himself from BL God that is coming with the double vector. That god finishes off Gusta and gets the first blood of the day for Vivocate. Hachin is also on the floor. And what an awful engagement by the players of Furia. They are being shut down by the players of Vivocate. Modestia is now rushing. He's now taking advantage of the position and the advantage in numbers. He's rushing. He's going through the ice to find Bielgod on the trees. And 2 players are down. Memgod puts that god down, but Bielgod is also on the floor. There's lots of god. Memgod, that god, and Bielgod at the same time, but Real got to the fight. Real just came into the fight. Tatui putting some players down. Nando 9 is back on the lobby. VM7 is leading the rush as well. Flom got the shot on that god. They might have saved Furia.
Yes.
From the squad wipe.
Uh-huh.
Their direct confrontations to leave the bottom of the table. Now Real has just saved their biggest opponent in this fight. As we see the confirmation of the kills, Memgod getting the kill on that god.
Who's definitely dead, right?
And who is also a god. So he's the dead god.
Dead god.
That fight was tough, man. God, that god, BL god, every god was.
And God bless Rio Esports. They got more kills, and you know right now the territory for themselves that the last player of Vivocade had to retrieve, and Memgod is still alive. And
he's taking the car, but he will not be able to run because we have M249s over there. He just stepped on the gas and summoned Ayrton Senna to leave that spot over there, away from Tropa. And now we have once again Real going for the fights, this time against Metagaming. They are coming with blood on their eyes, and they have the disadvantageous position. Kawe now has his sights on Fawn, while the other players rotate through the mountain. Autoboot comes in and he takes him down. Real is coming for the fights as well. Ian rotates. Lost is rotating as well. Ian is on the ground. Drax, he tries to use the ball, but Fawn puts a bullet in his head. Tatui puts Kawe down. There's only one player to fight it. Metagaming is back on the lobby. VM7 gets the kill, and Real has already 6 kills on its pocket. They came for game today, Carol.
They definitely came for the game today, Marcelo, and that's really good to watch this kind of stuff coming from Real. Then they are in the bottom of our table in this fight against Fury, of course, first of all, but the biggest fight that they have here, it is to climb spots in our table, and they are doing for it. They are going for it with 6 kills on their baggage right now. But Marcelo, they have to be aware of their position, and maybe it's going to be a time for confrontation against Tropa.
Let's see how Tropa will fare off against this dangerous Real today. The grenades are coming in, and Killed puts Tatui down. Fawn tries to bring it back and sends Moreira to the ground. Killed finishes off Tatu and gets the kill. Now it's a 3-on-3 fight. Not a good fight for both of the teams this early in the game. VM7 puts Giga down with the grenade. He tries to bring the fight for this game, and Fawn puts D3 on the ground as well. VM7 is trying to get the confirmation on the kills. Fawn finishes off the M3. Giga goes down. Fawn already have the quadra kill, and Real has 9 kills to start the match. 9 kills in 9 minutes of game. Fawn is now trying to go for Killed. The grenades from VM7 are coming in. Fawn is rotating. He has the Barrett on his hands. VM7 has the Bao and an awful usage of grenades there from VM7 while he rotates and tries to find Killed. Killed is rotating. And now Fawn is giving chase. VM7 is coming from above, trying to find Killed over there. Killed rushes and uses the mountain to hide. It became a hide-and-seek game, and now the ice is protecting Killed. He tries to split the players, and now he did it. He now can go for the fight. He cannot. VM7 with the Bao sends Tropa Bao back to the lobby for you guys. What a game from Real. They already have guaranteed in their pockets 11 points, 10 for the kills, and 1 at least for position. Carol,
Marcelo,
this is a change of pace.
I was kind of almost screaming here, please don't go 1 by 1, because Killed would be an easy game for Killed if it was 1 after 1, but they did right. They got Fawn on the assistance while the other play went for the rush, and what amazing game Real definitely did to start the day, Marcelo. And like you said, they already got excellent points for eliminations. Right now they have to concentrate themselves in the position, especially because right now they are in number disadvantage, down to 2.
Down to 2 indeed. And now we have a standoff between Before and Loud. A Western standoff as we see the danger zone coming in, and Bob's putting Vini XL on the floor. Corinthians is going after the players from Team Solo Mid. There's one player on the floor, and the grenade launcher coming from Bobs. A good put down for Bobs. Bobs is down. Corinthians is coming. Hazur is Zenak putting 2 players down. Hazur finishes off now. Bone and Bobs!
Oh my god.
Bobs with the grenade finishes off, and Team Solomit is also back on the lobby.
Marcelo,
with a good job by Bobs.
Actually, that was a good job by yourself, because
my team today is shining, I told you. I have on my squad Bobs, I have Killed, I have VM7. I am shining today.
You definitely bring the best in the teams in FF squad, Marcelo, and I will tell them eventually. But we are here watching the last 2 players of Vivo Kid and the player of Furia, that is Mem God. Actually, I think Furia is a little bit confident about oh, Marcelo, there we go.
Let's see Bonsai trying to engage into this fight against Real. Real that started the game with their foot on the gas, putting off players. Only 27 players remaining as we reach the 11-minute mark. That's not a usual number of players as we reach the 12-minute mark. It's not a usual number for this early in Purgatory. We usually get to the latest safe zones with 30+ players. And it's a little bit on Real. He went for the fights. Fúria lost 3 players, Vivocade lost 3 players, Real lost 2, 3 squad wipes. One was on the hands of Corinthians, but this all happened in a matter of minutes, Carol. Of short minutes that Real made it count.
And you asked me in the beginning of the matches if they are going. I'm gonna watch that. Oh my gosh.
Now we have Memgad against Modestia, the last player from Fúria, against the last player from Vivocade. Memgad tried to close the distance, but that is the specialty for Modestia. Memgad is a user of snipers. He's a support. On the one-on-one, Modestia has the advantage, Carol.
Yes, even though Memgod is better in assistance, he's also a dual guy. He can play both positions, but unfortunately, Modestia got the first shots against Memgod, taking more damage and advantage of his game, of course. But Furia went back to the lobby in the 9th position. At least they got few points for position, and well.
But the problem is
that Real is still alive.
Real is alive.
10 kills for them, and there we go.
He's still fighting, going for the players of Team Coda Solid, fighting against Vitinho XP right now. As we see Peck trying to support his frontliner over there against Fon and VM7, the 2 players from Real that are still in the game. As Vitinho goes for the shots and he takes lots of health from Fon, deals lots of damage, and now he's holding the door of the safe zone against the players from Real. We have Vitinho XP, who is also in my FF squad, leading the charge for Team Coda Solid. And now Fon will go down. Fon goes down for the safe zone. There's only VM7 to play for Real. It seems that they will not give the points. They want to not give the points for Team Coda Solid, as the sophomores are now leaving that place, and Real goes down in the 8th position. However, they scored 13 points in this match.
That was amazing. Yeah, they will be among the top 5 of this match, I guess. But we are going to check it out right now. If Bond still got the best of their performance of the first weekend, Marcelo. Because it's kind of weird. We talked about that a little bit yesterday. That's kind of weird. In the first weekend, 76 points. And they had this drop out of performance so fast.
And now the grenades are coming in. R7 puts Vitinho XP on the floor. The fight is now leveled because Bondi has 1 player sent back to the lobby. But now they are in a 3v3 fight. But Vitinho XP is brought back. R7! The double takedown with the grenade from R7 now gives the advantage in this fight for Bonji. 1-9 sends Vitinho XP back to the lobby. Level up will be helped by the Brazilian Saitama, and R7 will finish off Bone. Bonji destroyed the whole squad from Team Coda Solid. As we get to the 16-minute mark, the war is starting for those 6 teams. Level up goes down on the floor because of the safe zone. He will be still helped by his teammates. We have on 9, we have R7 playing from inside of the gas. We have Nitrox top 10, Corinthians. Modestia still alive, not anymore. Modestia is back on the lobby. And now we have Bobs. He goes for the headshot on Kronos. He's trying to make a name for himself in this matchup. We have B4 going after the players from Loud as well. Prozin, he goes for the kills. Bobs finishes off Kronos and gets the triple kill. Bonsai puts 1-9 on the floor. R7 goes down and Bonji is back on the lobby in the 5th position. A decent position at least for Bonji. Prozin goes for the headshot on Zenak, and now Osado tries to bring it back. Bobs is advancing. He has the whole B4 squad on the house. He goes for the grenade launchers. Let's see the efficiency for him in the grenade launchers. He deals damage, but cannot get a takedown. Grenades on his hands. He goes trying to get the Kobe! And Prozin is down on the floor. 1 grenade to finish off Prozin. Now B4 has less players. 1 player goes down. And now Iago and Lobato are the ones fighting for B4. Iago is on the floor. Nada brought it back with the grenade launcher. JHCZ puts Zenak down. Will finishes off and steals the kill. But Bob puts Bonsai to sleep once again with the grenade launcher. More grenades are incoming. Noda is rotating, he's inside of the safe zone right now. He tries to go for the players of before. Will gets the takedown on Hazur. Bobs finishes off Bonsai, and Bobs finishes off Will! This guy is amazing! He's in a killing spree, and he's in my FF squad! Nitrox top 10 still using the grenades to try to take Corinthians outside of that house. Lobato is going for the rush, trying to close the gap, trying to close the distance against Corinthians, but the grenade launcher shot is coming. The ice is breaking and Lobato will be exposed. He rushes back. He uses the protection of the fences of the house. Grenade launcher shots coming in. Lobato still holding on. He's trying to replicate what Fuck did yesterday, but he will not be able to. But Bobs! The double takedown with the grenade! Now only Romeo to fight! Hazur is coming! He wants to get the kill! And it's a booyah! Corinthians! Save Corinthians! The champion of the champions! They start the day as they finished it off last day on Saturday with the booyah and an amazing game by Bobs Carol.
Indeed, an amazing game for Bobs, Marcelo. Finally, you got it right in your FF squad. And this little one debuting this season is doing an amazing job. Actually, Marcelo, for the very first time, he was putting on the team last weekend. And he never got out because he's given his name, he's given his grenades, and only by his hands, Marcelo, 8 kills, 9 kills. He's doing an amazing job, definitely.
Thank you.
And Corinthians got the first booyah of today. A beautiful booyah, not an ordinary booyah like we are used to, but a booyah with 14 kills and 26 points. That's amazing.
Incredible job done by Corinthians, getting to the booyah, getting to bring Bobs 9 points from my FF squad. Thank you very much. And I still got points from Will, I still got points from Killed, I still got points from VM7. This week it's gonna work. I'm going for the top. But Carol, we have to check the confirmation on the points. Corinthians went for the strategy that made them the most dangerous team of last season.
Yes.
Holding the door, and it once again worked for them. 26 points, engaging into fights that they can win.
And Marcelo, we might be surprised by the confirmation of the booyah because, of course, amazing booyah for Corinthians, but the positions of each team is what is going to leave us impressed. And there it is. Look at Real.
Real in the second place. 10 kills, that amazing game start for them.
Went back to the lobby in the 8th position. And we saw that their points were depending on the other teams after them, of course, but because of the Q points, Marcelo, helped them so much to be ahead of these other teams. It is also such a shame to have this small points in the 30, the 40, in the 5th place, 11, 9 points, and Corinthians getting an amount of 26. So for Corinthians, it's working really good, but also we are seeing early fights, but we are not watching big battles, lots of battles like Real did in this first match.
And it's amazing to see what Bobs did. 9 kills, and we didn't see Corinthians playing that much throughout the match. They were not a team that went for the game the whole match. They waited for the correct time to kill. In a matter of 3-4 minutes, Bobs got 9 kills.
Yes, this last battle for him was everything, where he got 9 kills. We are used to see an MVP of a match, Marcelo, with 7, 6, but 9 kills in the first round today. Definitely Corinthians started with the right foot, and when I'm saying the right foot, I'm talking about Bobs. What he did right now, it is impressive, it is amazing, and it is good to see that the team is not only rely themselves on Ousado, but right now come Bobs to give a big up for the team.
And that changes a lot in our standings as well. Corinthians climbed the ladder yesterday, and they are climbing the ladder today as well. 5 booyahs for them, a team that started the weekend with only 3, 107 kills, and now they are 3 points behind SS Esports in the 4th position, and 12 points behind B4 24 behind Fluxo. They are in the fight for the top of the standings once again. That's the Corinthians that we wanted to see the whole season, right?
Yes, Marcelo, well pointed out, because we were expecting that the best team of the qualification phase would have a comeback, and they are back, Marcelo, indeed. But that's what I was expecting for today, before to contest the first place out of Fluxo hands, and they will do it. By the end of the day, they will do it. They have more eliminations than Fluxo team. They will probably, who knows, get a Booyah or two today to get that advantage ahead of the tiebreaker that is the Booyah in the first place. But I'm pretty much sure in one more round they will pass Fluxo team. On the other hand, it is kind of sad to see Metagame in the 11th position. Metagame was also in the second weekend leading our table. And we can see how fast things change here, right? In one weekend you are in the first place, and in the other you are trying to not to fall to the Access group, to the relegation zone.
And we gotta point out, Real Esports, they have a tough challenge today. They had to go for 54 points to get to XD, and 13 are already down. Now they need only 41. It's doable. We have still 5 maps to come. The aggressiveness that they showed in this first map was important, was impressive, and showed us that Real is a team that can fight. They can go for team fights, and they didn't ambush any teams. They went straight on for the fight, trampled the teams that they fought. Metagaming, with the high ground advantage for Metagaming, the positioning advantage for Metagaming, the cover advantage for Metagaming, and they destroyed Metagaming.
They sure did, and that was impressive for us, because we were not used to see this kind of things come from Real Esports, the team that are in the bottom of our table. But Marcelo, they already have one Booyah. There is 3 teams that haven't get any Booyahs, and one of them are Fury team.
So we'll check out the developments from this new Real, as we saw in Purgatory, after a quick break. Right from the bridge, as we see Nitrox top 10 trying to go over the players from Real. Romeo puts VM7 to the ground, and there are lots of players from LBFF squad happy right now, because Romeo is getting the kills, and Chinese! The double grenade from Chinese puts 2 players down. Fawn tries to bring it back, but Real is sent back to the lobby. And my man, Chinese those grenades! We are back live to bring you guys more Free Fire for this day. LBFF Season 6 is on its way, and we're heading to Kalahari to check out how those teams will fare off in the desert, in the heat of the desert. And today, Carol, we might have some fights going on in the refinery, because we know before is always in the refinery. There's always money in the banana stand. There's always before in the refinery. However, we know that Nitrox Top 10 also likes to go there when before is out of the house.
That's a statement, Marcelo. Refinery belongs to before. So, like you said, Nitrox Top 10 likes to go there. Will them contest them today against before?
I don't know, but we gotta check this out from above because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies. Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R8D2 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot Carol Bombshell invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, cause it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the desert of Kalahari, and let's check these guys out because in Kalahari map we know that before go to the refinery. That's a statement that we have already talked about. But one thing that we know also about Kalahari, it is the high grounds, the sniper rifles, and the grenades. So let's keep our eyes very open to see what these guys are up to, Marcelo, because Metagame and Loud got the information of each other. And there is a 2-2. So both of their teams are split in 2-2.
The two
strategy
packs of two players,
yes,
separated for each team indeed. But now we see Noda rotating for Loud, and it seems that Loud will not go for that fight against Metagaming. They chase them away from the playground. The favorite drop call for Loud throughout the whole season, and we see Furia playing the edge games. They went for the chambers, and now they bring Bolin into play in place of Hachin. But going for the chambers and not for their usual rotation in Kalahari, which is Sanctuary.
Yes, Marcelo. And checking out the Furia team, I like it when we are starting with a team that we need to focus on the map. And maybe we are starting to watch Furia because they are one of the best teams in Kalahari history. I'm not talking about the season because we know how the performance have gone this season so far. But they are remembered to be one of the best teams in Kalahari. They got a Booyah with more than 30 points. That's kind of an unusual Booyah.
It was the record since
that was
season.
the record. And to see a team that is so good and so brave in this specific map not also going good here tells me that things have changed, not only for Fury team but for the whole groups of LBFF.
And now we see the control post, a spot that is usually Corinthians, now taken by Tropa, while Team Solomid goes for the Elephant Cemetery, the Elephant Graveyard over there. And the teams are starting with different drop calls for this map, Carol. And Tropa is getting to spots where they are contesting other drop calls throughout the whole day. They went to Lumber Mill in the first map after they moved to Central, but they went to Lumber Mill. And now we have the stats of Kalahari. MVR is the player with the most kills, 115 kills for him. Before is the team with the most kills. And Freud is the player with the fastest kill, but now Kawe gets a fast takedown on Kronos. Kronos was trying to jump through the center of playground, and Kawe from Metagaming, who were chased away by Loud, now brings it back and takes Kronos down. Now Kawan will rotate, will try to help Kronos over there, but the players from Metagaming are ambushing him and are going for the kills. Kawe puts Kronos down, and the first blood is on Metagaming. And this ambush can work for the players from Metagaming. They chase off Loud from playground, and that place is theirs to take. But a good play right now by Metagaming, forcing Kawan to come for Kronos and then unleashing the dogs on him.
Which is kind of bad for Loud right now because Kronos, it is the assistance. He's one of the best snipers. He actually, in Kalahari map, he plays with double snipers. And that's gonna mess up a little bit with their goal here in Kalahari, this first map of Kalahari. But Marcelo, you were talking about Tropa, and I brought some statistics of Tropa, and I will say that right after this.
Let's see how this fight will go on. Ousado puts Ousado puts one down. Look at what Corinthians is doing. The shots are connecting. They are finding their shots today, and before it's not in the refinery. He went for the playground, surprisingly. Okay, they take a few early rotations. In Kalahari, they leave the refinery and go for early rotations, but he went to the playground. There was no reason for them to go after a spot that is usually taken by Loud, unless they have the information that the safe zone will go for the playground, Carol.
Right, but do you remember that in the beginning of this match, they were aware, both of the teams were aware of each other, so I think Loud was a little bit immature to think that Metagame will not come back to get a kill over them. So they needed to be aware of that, because Metagame is here to get points for killing, you know, so it's not because they went to a drop call, try to share this playground drop call with Loud, that they would not kill them. So definitely they needed to be aware, but Corinthians got the confidence, huh?
Corinthians is confident, and we see Corinthians metagaming before Loud, Nitrox top 10. Everybody is in the playground. They wanted to have a huge party over there, and Chinese now puts Zenak down. Metagaming holding the door against Corinthians. We see we have some aerial images. Please, Carol, bring the information.
Oh, I was just gonna say that we know that one city, it is very crowded. It is because maybe the late stages of the game were going to happen there, and Corinthians were doing the approach because they want to get their position right for the next steps of the game. But right now, talking about Kalahari and knowing that one of the best players belongs to Corinthians, tells me maybe they have this kind of opportunity to win, maybe another booyah. Was that the good time for them to get a double booyah right in the beginning?
It's not impossible for them to do it, Carol. But we have to check out how these fights will go on. As we see Chinês going down by a shot, it seemed to me that was Ousados. We see Nitrox top 10 today casting Bonsai in their starting lineup for the day. Bonsai, who had a good day yesterday after he came in. Nitrox top 10 indeed lifted up off their game. And now it seems that we have the teams prepared for the fight inside of the playground. Let's see the safe zone rotating. We see Team Coda Solid rotating through the sanctuary. We see Team Solomid coming from Porto Seguro. And we also see Vivocate coming from the prison, but they will have to face off against Bonde. Furia is still on the chambers. They didn't leave their drop calls because the safe zone favored them, Carol. And the easy rotation for Furia might be something that helps them go after the so dreamed first booyah of the season.
And their coach Altman knows Kalahari, so he is trying new strategies.
Trying new strategies, but who is trying as well is Vivocate, trying to come after the players from Bonde. That God is leading the rush. And as we see, R7 is playing from behind, waiting for the players from Vivocate to show up and for him to help on this fight. And as we see right now, he's trying to use the grenades. Rigby is the frontliner with the Mach 7. He's going after that guy at Nando 9. But the shots are coming in. General puts Rigby on the floor. Not a good engagement from Rigby. Level Up goes to the floor as well. And R7 brings it back. Puts 2 players down. General and that god. He finishes up. General getting ring points for Bonde. But that god finishes off Level Up. He gets the takedown and the confirmation of a kill. Nando 9 rotating. Modestia finish off Rigby, and R7 is still on the other house, waiting for the best moment to use his grenades. Modestia is now using the eyes to get some coverage. We know that the entrance of this playground region is now full of players, and we get to see who will have the best momentum. R7 is still trying to use the grenades. He finds that guard, but he was found as well. So Bonji is back on the lobby. They are the first team wiped out in this matchup. In Kalahari, we have already Bonji out of the game, as we see Real now playing a more slow-paced game than what we've seen in Purgatory, trying to keep themselves alive and now rotating through the chambers. They might meet Fury over there. We might have another direct confrontation between those two teams trying to leave the relegation zone. And this was probably the moment where those two teams should not face each other.
Yes, but Marcelo, right now, maybe it is time for Real celebrate a little bit because of their first map that was really good, which gives them such a better confidence. So they would definitely come for Furia.
VM7 is trying to find the shots. And the grenade zone. Biel got over there. One more grenade coming in. He misses the window. And now Real is going for the confrontation. BroKoFé puts that guy down. Team Solomid is trying to get the points. Trying to put the players from Vivocade down and back on the lobby. And they did it. Vivocade is back on the lobby. Rush uses the Balbal to send the last player from Vivocade back to the lobby. Go rest for Bermuda. But Gusta is on the floor and Team Coda Solid is coming in. Team Coda Solid is trying to steal the kills from Real. Fon puts Bolin down. Vitinho XP just stole a kill from Real. And now the players are coming in. Memgod puts 2 players down with the Barrett. He's holding the door with the sniper rifle on the top of the stairs. What a shot by Memgod. The reflexes on this man are just amazing. Now he turns his attention to Team Coda Solid. We see Bolin fighting against Fon. We have VM7 still alive for Real as well. But Vitinho XP is circling that region for Team Coda Solid. Now he finds the shots on Memgod. He will take Memgod down. Nice shots by Vitinho XP putting Memgod down. Memgod was helped by Bielgod and he's standing once again. The safe zone is getting shorter. Team Coda Solid needs to rotate. BroKoFé goes down for the safe zone, but he is still the new kill leader for the match.
And Marcelo, if I may say, this safe zone is kind of unusual. Okay, have close already in playground, but it is a bit part of playground that is in the out open. Not much covers.
We don't have any cover for the players to take as Hazur puts down Yam. Juan brings it back and B4 is in the fight as well. Metagaming tries to hold on to their lives. Ousado puts Drax down. Two teams attacking Metagaming right now. Metagaming is sent back to the lobby. B4 and Corinthians just ganged up on Metagaming and sent them back to the lobby. Prozin is now rotating. They are trying to go for Corinthians. The peace treaty has just finished off and the grenades are coming in. Prozin tries to put down, but Zena goes down by the size of Iago. Iago playing as the Green Reaper, and Kawan with the quadra kill with the grenade! Wow. Amazing play by Kawan! Now B4 is going to try and take the positioning from Corinthians. We see Fon putting down 2 players. Giga puts Prozin down and now Will. Will is rushing, going for the players of Corinthians and B4, but he faces off with an empty house. The players from Corinthians are on the top and B4 is behind the ice. Ousado is sent down by Juan. Juan finishes off Ousado and Will brings it back and sends Prozin back to the lobby. Giga is bringing a fight. Noda gets the kill and B4 is back on the lobby. Problems for B4 today. They are facing off too much contention and are not being able to deal with it. Quali puts Fon down while Will puts Hazur to the floor and pops! The grenade launcher from Bobs eliminates the whole Loud squad! What is he doing? Vitinho XP with the grenades eliminates Team Solomid! Oh my god! Now it's a fight between Tropa and Team Coda Solid! The grenades are coming in, Quali goes down. Killet tries to find the shots. Vitinho XP puts D3 on the floor. One more grenade coming in from Killet. Giga was the one who made it count for Tropa. This map, but Peck came in. He is going for the kills. Now we have the Chrono on the field. 2 players up for Team Coda Solid. And Tropa gets wiped out. So it's Booyah! Team Coda Solid! They played from the edges. Played the slow game. Stole kills. Hit themselves. And got to the latest stage of the game. Got to the number 1. The Booyah in Kalahari is from Team Coda Solid, Carol.
Nice stuff coming from Team Coda Solid, Marcelo. And we have missed their Booyahs around here. Team Coda Solid finally got their first Booyah here today. The second one in Kalahari map. And Tropa once again hit the goal poster where they could not get a Booyah in Kalahari. That's the second time. The first one were against Loud, but great stuff definitely coming from Team Coda Solid with these amazing players that completed their squad, Marcelo. And what a battleground we watched in Kalahari. A lot of grenades, a lot of grenade launcher as well, the double vector, the same semi-automatic guns. So was quite a show, right?
That was amazing, and we got to check out the confirmation on the points that will be coming on the screen for you guys to check out with the highlights as well. Team Coda Solid going for 21 points, and Vitinci Space, the MVP. My FF squad is happy. 2 matches and 2 MVPs for myself. Tropa in the second place with 12 points, and Team Solomid in the third place with 12 points. My coach is from Team Solomid. Corinthians with 11 points, and who got the most kills were Bobs in my FF squad, Carol.
Marcelo, please keep this to yourself, bro. No one is interested, please.
It's my moment.
Please,
it's
Marcelo.
my moment. I have players from all the 6 teams on my FF squad. Vitinci XP killed the coach from Team Solomid, Bobs, VM7, and Will.
Father Marcelo is on. Father Marcelo
This is my moment.
That was very nice, Marcelo, but not as nice when this round was not for Bone Team. They went back to the lobby in the bottom position with a meta game that only got 2 points for killing, and also Bone Team. Nitrox Top 10 again not having a good day. They belong to the Group A, that is the home team of this weekend. Having the opportunity to play 2 rounds, it is the opportunity to climb in our table, and they are not doing their job because they are down in the 10th position with only 2 points. Such a shame for them, since that yesterday they also played, and yesterday I don't quite remember at all of Nitrox Top 10.
No, Nitrox Top 10 had a slow day yesterday indeed, and today they are limping a little bit. They need to bring back the game that made them famous last season after they came from Serie B and Serie A. They went well. They went for they fought for the spot on the finals. But the newcomers from last season that impressed in Season 5 and they are impressive in Season 6 are indeed Team Coda Solid. Let's check out the standings because this Booyah changes a lot. Team Coda Solid takes the 4th place from SS Esports and avoids Corinthians getting to the 4th place. Corinthians would be the team taking the 4th place from SS Esports. But Team Coda Solid stole 2 positions from them, Carol.
Marcelo, look at this. Team Coda Solid and Corinthians, once we are talking about them. Look at the number of Booyahs that Corinthians have and the number of Booyah that Team Coda Solid had. But in the contrary, look at the difference of eliminations. I mean, Corinthians is doing Booyahs, they are getting Booyahs, but with not a lot of eliminations. In the other hand, Team Coda Solid with only 3 Booyahs got great points for elimination, right? They are actually tied with before, I would say, like Los Grandes 127. So the best Booyah, the best teams with elimination, it is Los Grandes before, and right now Team Coda Solid. And even though 2 different scenarios here, kind of the same, and they will fight over the 4th place.
And you see how the bottom of the table is in a different moment right now. Real just closed the gap against XD to 31 points. They are going to go over XD today unless something very awful happens to Real. But Furia scored only, I don't know, 9 points, 10 points. It's sad to see a team that last season were 10 points indeed. A team that last season was fighting to be one of the best, went for the finals. This season, it seems that they cannot get it going. 10 points for them today, with only 3 takedowns, three kills on their hands. So it's sad to see Fúria like that, right?
Definitely sad, because like we were talking about throughout the weekends, they are known by their aggressiveness. And where is the aggressiveness of Fúria right now? And if they are trying to do it, they still cannot fit their best game, Marcelo.
Carol, let's see if they bring best game in Bermuda, because we're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back to bring you the third map of the day. We are back live and we're heading to the third map of the day. Bermuda will host one more match of the 8th round of LBFF Season 6. And last Sunday we had B4 dominating Kalahari and Bermuda. This Sunday, B4 was dominated in Purgatory, dominated in Kalahari, and they will go for Clock Tower in Bermuda. We know that. The Quadrabuia is still possible if they do it again throughout the whole maps of the day.
And that would be a Quadrabuia in a row.
In a row. It would be a Quadrabuia in a row. And as we see, the players are getting ready for this third map of the day. But Carol, we're seeing some difference between some teams that we expected more. Real is bringing the game. Team Coda Solid came back to bring the game as well. Tropa consistently bringing the game. It's Loud coming back to try for the fights, but not being able to join it before not getting the points that they need. It's a different scenario today.
It is definitely, Marcelo, because metagame, the whole day, I don't think they have reached 10 points like Fúria, you know. And like you said, a different scenario, different things happening. We put our expectations high on before, on Loud, on metagame, and we are watching Real Sports having a good day so far. So let's see if in Bermuda that will repeat itself.
Let's see if it will repeat from the top down, because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R8D3 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrandini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our third destination, and it is yours, mine, and everyone's favorite map. There is Bermuda. So let's check these guys out, because they definitely came for the game. We are watching different scenarios. We are watching closely before trying to take the top over Fluxo team, but also Team Coda Solid will come to contest the 30th place of Los Grandes, and Corinthians it's right behind. Will Tropa and Loud engage right now?
Let's see if Tropa and Loud will engage this time, and we see that Tropa has their players a little spread. We saw the 3 far away from the other teammates, but it seems that Kawan will bring his teammates to Bullseye, as they usually do. Loud usually takes this region of Bullseye, and now he's rotating and probably calling for the guys. Guys, don't go, don't go. Let's play this the right way. Let those guys take their loot. Let's take our loot. So we'll meet ourselves in the late stages of the game. We need the points. Let's bring our games up, right, Carol?
Right, Marcelo. That's completely right. And if you were the coach, you should have definitely say that to the guys. But I'm checking here in our.
I would not be that calm of a coach.
How would you be?
Stop rushing, you MOFOs!
You're an idiot!
Stop rushing!
Nice. Look at the standings for Bermuda, Marcelo.
Kawan is the player with the most kills, as we see. Kawan over there. And Loud is the team with the most kills, 495 for them. And Japa was the player with the fastest kill in the history of competitive Bermuda. 35 seconds for him. That's all it took for him to leave the plane, get on the floor, get a weapon, and get a kill. Or probably the hockey ball punches.
I would go with the claw as well. But as I was saying, we got here some information as the best teams that got points in Bermuda. We got B4, of course, and Metagame in the first place, coming right after Tropa and Corinthians. And 4 of these teams are right now playing against each other. Will them surprising us, because we are not watching much coming from Metagame today. Before are trying as much as they can to reach the top, and Corinthians also, it is doing kind of a good job so far, huh?
Doing a good job. They had a booyah. They went into the top 5 in Kalahari in the second map, so at least a good start for Corinthians. While we see Bondi rotating and maybe getting into trouble, but Bielgod puts Noda to the ground. Furia seems to be trying to amp up the aggressiveness, and Memgad is going to finish off Noda, and the first blood goes to Furia. We hope that this shows a change into the play of Furia, but Bondi is also going after the players of Real, and now there's already 2 players from Real back on the lobby. It was Autoboot and VM7. They got sent back to the lobby, and now Real takes off to Renem Village to save themselves from Bondi that came as a Bondi.
And actually great news for Fury team, Marcelo.
Fury, indeed.
Because if Real Sports goes back to the lobby in front of them, they still are on the competition to not. I mean, both of them are in the relegation zone right now.
Indeed.
That's the truth. But if they can at least try to manage to get more points than another, maybe we are going to have a different scenario, and maybe one of them can leave the relegation zone.
We indeed have direct fights between those 2 teams, but I believe that this is the moment where they should hold hands and say, let's leave this dumpster fire that is the relegation zone. They're not doing it. However, the eliminations from the players of Real are good for Fury indeed, but now B4 is going after the players from Bondi. Level Up is trying to hide behind the trees, but the shots are coming from everywhere. R7 is sent back to the lobby. And now Level Up needs to heal. 1-9 also needs to heal. 2 players down from Bondi. And now 1-9 is down as well. And Juan will bring back Brozing to send down Level Up. And Bondi is back on the lobby. The first team wiped out in this matchup, Carol. What an awful day from Bondi.
Definitely not an awful day, an awful rounds, because last weekend was no different. We brought the information that in the first weekend of this season, 76 points, and then dropping out of performances, 47, 43, and so on. But we are watching Tropa doing the rotation, and remembers me in round 5, match 6, where they got an amazing booyah in Bermuda, which got them a lot of points. And right now they are doing a safe game on the edges, and that can be a good game for them.
That could be indeed a good game for them. They are going for team solo mid right now. It doesn't seem that they have the information. Now they know, since they stopped and waited. Now they probably know that team solo mid is on the top of the region that they are trying to engage, on the top of the hill that they are trying to climb. And the shots are coming in. Killet was spotted. He uses the chrono to avoid the grenade from Napon. Napon is still rotating, trying to use the AWM and the grenades. But Killet is going further and further, trying to surround Team Solomid, and it seems to be working. Brokofed just rotated. He's trying to find a better position to fight. This fight for Team Solomid. Giga is rotating with the 3 as well, and it seems that Tropa just wants to go through. The impression that I get, Carol, is that they don't want to fight. They just want to get through.
Yes, or maybe do the strategy of...
But Napon puts Killet to the ground. He will be helped. The ice is used, but now Vini XL is trying to go after them. Napon is also trying to go after them. Team Solomid wants this fight, but they are being shot from behind. Napon goes down, and now Tropa will fight. Rush puts Giga down. And he will finish off Giga. No! A nice save by Moreira. Helping Giga, avoiding the kill, the elimination from Team Solomid. Grenades are coming in, and Killet puts Napon down. Good shot from Killet. He's trying to get another grenade out, and he will find the shots. No, he will not. Rush puts him down once again, and he will be targeted by Hirsch. They won the points. Killet is helped over there by its teammates. And now inside of the house, Tropa is in a predicament because they got surrounded by Team Solomid. It seemed like they would be rotating and trying to take down the players from TSM, but it was TSM who surrounded Tropa over there, and now Brokofé is going for the rush, as well as Vini XL. Brokofé puts 2 players down with the bubble. Vini XL brings the 3rd one down. There's only 1 player alive for Tropa. No more! Amazing play by Team Solomid, forcing Tropa to go in the house and surrounding the house, avoiding any kind of surprises. Solid fight by Team Solomid right now, Carol.
Solid fight. Solid fight, definitely for Team Solomid, because, I mean...
They did not go solo and did not go through the mid.
But actually, I'm trying to bring the information right here is that Tropa focused themselves so much on the run to get away, to not engage into this fight, that opened a big opportunity for Team Solomid to go for them, to come for them, you know, and that's what happened. Even though they were put down a couple of times, they got a squad wipe over Tropa, and they were very clean because they still got the full squad alive. So 4 points for eliminations, already in the 10th position where they can get at least 1 point for position, and right now just hold the game, take to the late states, and get a booyah.
And we know that people sometimes think, oh, 1 point that just doesn't change a thing. Let me remind you that on season 4, the championship was decided by the tiebreaker criteria. The teams were tied. 1 point would have changed everything for Loud and for Fluxo on season 4, right, Carol?
And look at the safe zone, Marcelo.
I love the safe zone.
Will the safe zone shrink to the river, where the players will be forced themselves to fight in the river, or they will go a little bit over for the meal call? Oh my god! Oh my goodness! I feel like this is going to trick the players, because there is only 2 ways to go, on the top of meal or in the center of the river. This is going to be very interesting to watch.
Let's see where this safe zone will take us. And I gotta say, I love the safe zone giving us this good rotations, those different rotations, and I like the rotation that Furia is doing right now. However, they don't expect to meet Team Solomid as of right now, and Loud is also coming, and Furia will be sandwiched, Carol. The information from the players of Furia is already on the hands of Team Solomid, and they are going for the grenades. Bolin using a grenade, and the chrono is used by Napon to hold on to himself, to keep himself alive. We're watching the rotation from TSM. trying to go for the better positioning to fight. And now Vini Excel is the one leading the charge. Corinthians is also getting to the same position, to the same place. Fúria is there. Team Coda Solid is getting there as well, but the shots are coming in and Zenak goes down. Vitinho XP trying to get some points out of Corinthians, but Bolin stole the kill from Vitinho XP. You should not do it. Vitinho XP is in my FF squad. Back. He tries to go for the shots on Bobs. Bobs uses the ice to cover himself, and now Team Coda Solid knows that they will have to deal with the teams inside of Cape Town, while Bolin tries to rotate. He uses some healing over there, and now Quali is inside of the danger zone, and he's gone through the danger zone, while Ousado puts another player from Fúria down and sends him back to the lobby. It was Mangad. Kawan is trying to open up some space for the players from Loud to come in and take the shots on Team Solomid, while Will rushes in and he puts Rush to the floor. Good job by Kronos also helping in the rush, and now Loud takes the numbers advantage from Team Solomid, but Vinex puts a player from Fúria down. Nando 9 brings in the game and puts Lobato and Prozin down from B4. Vivocade is joining a fight against B4 on the other side of the map, while Kawan tries to use the grenades in the ice, just protected him, and run for your life, Kawan! While Iago sides Modestia, and the triple gift from Iago is now working. I see Kawan still alive. Gusta goes for Will, he finishes off Will. Ousado puts Loud down, and now we see Corinthians trying to get for the better positioning. Ousado goes down, Hazur goes down as well. 2 players down for Corinthians. B4 is wiped out by Vivocade on the other side of the map. Ousado going for the fight. He puts Bielga down and gets the triple kill in his hands. Bolin tried to use the Max 7, but Ousado once again putting Bolin down and guaranteeing the kill. There's just one player to fight for Fúria. Ousado and Bobs are the ones fighting for Corinthians. Quadra kill by Ousado, and Augusta is trying to save Fúria, but Bobs is in an amazing day. He's going for the kill, and he gets the kill on Augusta, but Brokofé brings it back and sends Corinthians back to the lobby. Team Solomid is still alive in the hands of Brokofé. Napon, amazing job by Brokofé in this day as well. 3 kills for him in this map, but Napon showed up outside of the safe zone, and that guy just said, "Hello, my friend, we meet again," and sends him back to the lobby. 6 teams still alive, 18 players, an average of 3 players per team. So we have a few teams without their full squad. We see Fawn over there trying to keep hell alive, and look at the aim on that god. Oh my god, that god. Now Tatu tried to survive, but Vitinho XP sent him back to the lobby, and Real is also eliminated. Team Coda Solid tries to control the higher ground, while we see Brokofé still inside of the gas. Vivocade tries to climb up the ladder, tries to climb up the hills to get to Team Coda Solid, but they are met with boom! Tries to hold on the advances from Vivocade. Metagaming is trying to reposition themselves inside of the safe zone. Nitrox top 10, we forgot about Nitrox top 10. They're trying to go from Kota Tua to inside of the safe zone. Now they are dealing with Metagaming. Gun is holding the door. He uses the grenades, tries to find Romeo. He puts Romeo down. One other grenade coming in to finish off the player from Nitrox. We see a player using the Saitama skin. It was Quali, and Team Solomid is finished off. Ian tries to bring it back. He finds the grenade on Bonsai. Meanwhile, Team Coda Solid is fighting against Vivocade. Quali brings down Chinês. Team Coda Solid is getting to the fight as well. Ian, he puts Bonsai down. Now Team Coda Solid has 4 kills on their hands, and they have to hold on to Vivocade. Metagaming is still on their sides. They're sandwiched between Vivocade and Metagaming, and they will have to rotate. When the safe zone starts to run in 15 seconds, they will have to rotate. Vitinho space down. He's on the floor. He will not be helped by Pão or Peck or Quali. He will not be helped by the teammates in Team Coda Solid will lose the numbers advantage. However, they still have the advantage of the higher ground, but they have to go down because the safe zone is shrinking.
Yes.
Vivocade is still in the center of the safe zone. Kawe goes down. Bone goes down as well. Nando9 is showing up to try to get some shots with the sniper rifle. We know that he was the highlight of last season with the sniper rifles, but it's General who is putting players down from Team Coda Solid. Beck is trying to enter against, and look at the shot of Beck! He puts General down, but Nando9 brings it back and sends him back to the lobby. Now Vivocade has to hold on against Metagaming. Those two teams want the Booyah so bad. They have 3 players aside. Yan goes down. That guy still tries to hold on against the fight from Lost. He is coming for the fight, and that guy goes down. General goes down. Banano9 brings it back. Ian goes down. A quadra kill. Banano9. It's a face-to-face. 2 players from Metagaming, 1 player from Vivocade. Banano9 brought one of his teammates back. It was General. Drax puts that guy back on the lobby. Lost puts General down. And where is Nando9? He's trying to save himself. He's trying to save Vivocade. Let's see if they will do it. They will not do. So it's a boo! Yeah! Metagaming! The doggo is there! The doggo is there! It's coming! The doggo is here! The best Booyah in the world! The Booyah that has the doggo! Metagaming climbing the ladders, and they're bringing back the game. They had only 2 points for the day, Carol, and now they have a Booyah to call their own.
Well done, Metagaming. Not for the Booyah, but for the dog. Thank you so much. We appreciate that, and it was an amazing match. I brought the info that Metagaming, it is the 30 best one in Bermuda map. They got Booyah in Bermuda with a lot of points. The second one after before. And Marcelo, what an amazing Booyah they got here. Like you said, in the first 2 matches, not great performance, but right now bringing back their confidence. Their first Booyah with good kills, good eliminations, but Vivocade with another 9 in the end of the match was amazing, huh?
Indeed, Vivocade holding on and getting the points that they needed to make this an important drop for them. Kudos to Team Coda Solid as well, holding on to the end of the map. Team Solo Mid had an incredible moment in this map, getting the takedown and the elimination on Tropa, holding on the fight by the middle of the game, and we see Nando9 with 4 takedowns, 4 kills, putting Vivocade on the top of the standings for points. Important moment for Vivocade. Metagaming with the Booyah goes to the 2nd place. Team Coda Solid with the 3rd place. Team Solomid with the 4th. Corinthians still on the first side of the table with 9 points. And Furia, finally Furia going for the first side of the table with 8 points.
Yeah, Furia did an amazing job in Capo Town with against Loud. Even though they went back to the lobby by the hands of Corinthians players, they also fight very heavily against them, and they deserve this 8 points in the 6th place. But I cannot stop to notice that Corinthians is doing the solid game from last season, getting few points, positions in the top 5, showing up in the top 3 sometimes, doing the slow path, but still going for great points.
And that's what they did yesterday. And out of nowhere, when the day ended, Corinthians was the best team of the day. They're doing it again today. That's a strategy that took them to the top of the standings throughout the whole Season 5. It seems to me that Corinthians is back, Carol.
Yes, also, they are doing very good with the silent game like last season, right? So yesterday they had a good day. Today they are doing a good job. So we can definitely wait to see Corinthians in the top 3 for the next weekends. Who knows?
We can expect Corinthians on the top 3 indeed, but we got to check out the standings to see if they're not on the top 3 already. No, Team Coda Solid is. Before is the new leader, but Team Coda Solid is 1 point behind before, and Corinthians is 4 points behind Fluxo. This is all messed up because before is 6 points ahead of Corinthians. the first position in the table is only 6 points ahead of the 4th team on the table. Incredible. This season is the most balanced we've ever seen. I told you this when we started the season. I told you that this would be balanced. Team Solomid getting to the top 12. Important movement from Team Solomid getting to the top 12. Furia and Real. Real is now close, really close to XD, 26 points behind. Furia started to breathe because they were down below, held underwater, and they got a grasp of air. Finally, Vivocate getting to the top 8. Important moment for Vivocate to step on the gas and try to take some positions. We know that this is a double round for them, so it's important that they keep themselves close to the top. They need to gather more points. They need to send Los Grandes, SS Esports, Fluxo behind them. They need to be ahead of them. Tropa as well, 257 points. Those are two teams that need to improve the game today. Tropa started well. Vivocate had a good run right now in Bermuda, but they need to be better to guarantee that they will not lose positions when the teams equal the number of maps played.
Yes, indeed, Marcelo. And talking about Tropa, a team that were amazing last weekend, this weekend getting some trouble, get some problems. It is kind of sad to see, because they finished last weekend in the 2nd position inside of the top 3. And like you said, the game changed so quickly. Things happen so fast that maybe that's the only explanation to see teams that we were not expecting to see in the top 3 at least. Team Coda Solid, before leading, they will finish this weekend, who knows, as the leader. Team Coda Solid will come to contest the first place in Kalahari and in Bermuda. But Marcelo, that's amazing, right? To see our table like that.
Imagine Team Coda Solid finishing the qualifying phase on the top. That would be such an amazing story. A team that came from Serie B last season, that had a woman as their coach, Crofts, that did an amazing job last season, took them to the finals. They were good on the finals, brought them back for their 2nd season on Serie A, and now they are currently in the 2nd position on the table, 1 point behind before. What a story is there to be told by Team Coda Solid, and we will keep telling you those stories, because there are 3 more maps of Free Fire to come for you guys today, and I am impressed with what I'm seeing today, with the balance of those teams and how we're surrounding ourselves with good teams in Serie A, Carol.
Yes, Marcelo, of course. You're talking about Team Coda Solid remembers me the way that they had to trace to get in the Serie A. They came from Serie B, and now they had to adapt themselves really quickly last season to keep at least themselves inside of the top 12, and right now have this increasement where they are right now fighting for the first place. It is amazing how the not only the teams, the squad, but each one of the players have a great improvement season after season.
And we gotta check out those players individually with the kill leaders feat that will be coming on the screen for you guys. Vitinho XP just took the first place from
Wow,
MTS.
1 point ahead.
50 kills, and he didn't even reach half of the maps he will be playing this season.
Yes.
So we can go for more than 100 points. Once again, MTS is in the 2nd place. Gus killed in the 4th position. Natividade and R7 tying up with Natividade, and he was 4 or 5 kills behind Natividade to start the day, Carol.
That's impressive. That's really impressive. I mean, Tropa is not having a good day, and that explains why Khaled still it is not in the top 3 at least, right? 2 points behind of Gus. He can get that or not in the next 2 matches.
I hope he does. He's in my FF squad.
But he's doing a good job once again. R7 back in the kill leaders, showing up once again in the kill leaders. But Bond as well is not having a good day. And I'm pretty much sure by the end of the day we are going to have surprises, because Team Coda Solid is doing an amazing job. Vitinho is trying to open big gaps ahead of these guys. And who knows, in the end of the season, we are now going to have a new name of MVP.
We may have a new MVP coming up on the screen for you guys, but we have also 3 more maps coming up for you guys as soon as we come back from this quick break that we'll be taking for us to hydrate, to prepare ourselves for those 3 maps. We'll be quick, we'll be right back.
Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece. A decolagem foi autorizada. Vou quebrar caldo, dominar o território. Com inteligência em qualquer mapa. Kalahari, bermuda, purgatório. Qualquer erro é fatal. Leva ao rebaixamento. Sei pra player na distância. Dedicação 100%. Objetivo é a taça e pulseira. MVP, o brabo da galera. Ser campeão da Liga Brasileira. Presencial, todo mundo na espera. Acredita no sonho, você pode vencer. Vende a milho, outro era gari. Hoje tão na LB. Nunca falta empenho, nem paciência. Na persistência, de cá com a essência. Diz pra minha mãe que eu vou atrás do meu sonho e ele não tá tão distante assim. Lembro das noites perdidas de sono. Acredita, foi o melhor pra mim. Somando kills, eu fiz o meu nome. MVP, sonho de menor. Seleção da LBFF. Brota na frente que vai pro esquece.
have the advantage of that, and Fluxo team did right to retrieve, but Marcelo!
Brenning! Brenning! What a grenade! She's there, can now wipe out the whole squad of Fluxo. 3 players were sent down with 1 grenade from Brenning.
My God.
Surprisingly, he does it again! He does it again! Angelo comes in the rush. Only Fuck to fight for Fluxo. What a surprise coming from the newcomers. She's there. He's wiping out the whole Fluxo squad. They got no respect for the elders. Fuck is down, and Angelo brings him down. She's there, wipes out the whole squad from Fluxo without a single casualty. What a job by Brenin, Carol! I love to see that play. That's when She's there shines the most, and they get the surprise takedown on the whole Fluxo squad from Brenin using the grenades they could be. And I want to see more of She's there, but not today because they're not playing today. Today I want to see those guys over here that are playing Bond, Corinthians, Nitrox, Team Corazon, Team Solomid, and Vocate. I love to see the gaming house, to see the vibes of the players. And we see Nitrox top 10. Bonsai is checking his nice smile. He's a guy with a nice smile indeed. And Team Corazon is having a talk over there. The players are having a talk. Bondi with their comfortable chairs and blankets over there, getting ready to play. Corinthians in their QG, in their headquarters, as we say here in Brazil, QG, Quartel General, as we say here in Portuguese. And the guys from Team Solomid they have a nice couch. I want a couch like that in my room.
Actually, I get very jealous about Bond, because every time I watch their game house, I feel like that is so comfortable, but not as comfortable Furia and Loud. What do you think about this 2 game house?
No, those 2 gaming houses are just amazing. I love the backgrounds on the tables. I love that Loud has 2 air conditioners by their sides.
Amazing.
It's amazing to see those 2 gaming houses. And talking about the chairs that Bondi uses, these are those new gaming. I don't know the word in English for poltrona, but the comfortable chairs. Yeah, that they have here. It's a new line of products that is coming up, and I am getting mine because it's indeed amazing. And you know who else has amazing seats? The guys on the first class, because we're clear to take off. So let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R8D4 heading straight to Purgatory. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's drop again for the last time today. This week on Purgatory. Let's head ourselves to a map that is kind of used to the players as well. It's kind of one of the most famous after Bermuda. So let's come back there because we know that before dominate the center of the map, that is Brasilia. But also there is new guys that are dominating here today. That is Team Coda Solid and Corinthians, Marcelo.
And look at the spread of Corinthians. They went to Marble Works and they left Bops in the houses that they really they usually rotate to. They already put a guy there to take control of the spot, and Bops is the one holding on for Corinthians with their spot. But Carol, talking about maps that I like, I've been really liking to play in Bermuda Remastered.
Well, it is new. It is a new here this year in Free Fire. I haven't get used yet, but what it's used, Marcelo, it is this replacement, huh?
D3 coming out of the game to make space for Spill, a player that is a rusher, who is a guy who plays with the double vector, and it's something that Tropa is in the need today. They're fighting the fights from afar using the grenades from Killed, but they do not have the strength in the rush, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and as we were talking about the maps, I I still haven't get used to the remasterized Bermuda, but that's kind of the same that goes to Kalahari. It takes a little bit for us to get used to new things, right?
Would you say
you can say that because you play other games as well, right? So
maybe it's a new map is always something that takes a while for people to fall in love with. Would you say that you put us in a U2 situation and you still haven't found what you're looking for? But you still haven't found what you're looking for.
You're such a catch, Marcelo. You always catch the any word and you put in a song. If you had a contest of a word, a song, I'm pretty much sure you would be the winner.
Try me.
Ball.
I came in like a wrecking ball.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did it.
Castaways.
For God's sake.
Okay, that was too easy. That's so funny. And I'm pretty much sure you would have been the winner. And Shopee as well.
Our sponsor is bringing you guys some good moments in LBFF. But now, Carol, we still have Metagaming coming from the Booyah, trying to take their positioning in Brasilia. We know that they will be in Brasilia, but they have to hold it against before. And now we might have to see if Team Solo Mid will hold it against Tropa. Tropa is rotating with the cars, and Spill is letting it rip. As we see him and Killed repositioning themselves. Killed is going for the bridge. They went for the golf course, and they did a weird rotation. They came in from one bridge to leave through another. They didn't. Okay, they were in the third island, and they went for the second one. So they are avoiding direct confrontations to begin this map, Carol.
Yes, and that's maybe an unusual move come from them, because we are used to already with the aggressive style. Maybe they are feeling that as well, but we saw on the Stay Tuned today that Capigui said they are trying new things. They are keeping the best for the finals. And that's why they are trying new things. Maybe that's a strategy where Capigui is seeing that, okay, this is working, but this is not working. Why? What do we have to change? Because if we need to go for a plan B, these have to work as well. So it is good for them to try new things in the beginning of this season.
And let's see this confrontation between Tropa and Corinthians. Corinthians rotating, using the cars, not going for their usual rotation. And now they have to deal with Tropa. Ousado was left behind, Bobs, and it was, who was there with Ousado? It was Enak that was sent down to the floor, and now Tropa is dealing with the player of Corinthians. 2 takedowns, and look at Drax playing so frantically. Those scope opening and closing from Drax, he's doing it frantically, and Corinthians is wiped out. Corinthians was just destroyed in this poor rotation that they chose to do. They got in the middle of 3 teams, Tropa, Metagaming, and before. Each one of them took a shot, a stab on a player from Corinthians, and they were wiped out. Awful rotation by Corinthians, a clear mistake in their rotation, Carol.
Yes, and I thought they have got it from Tropa, but if it were saying that Tropa were having a bad days right now, maybe things will start to change with this squad wipe over Corinthians, which it's good news for Team Coda Solid that will, at least for now, not having closed points with Corinthians.
Let's check this out, because Team Coda Solid is face to face against Vivocate, and this fight might go on. Last time Vivocate took the best from Team Coda Solid to end Bermuda and to get the Booyah. Let's see, I mean to end Purgatory and get the Booyah. And let's see if this will happen once again. Nando 9. I mean, Team Coda Solid got the best of Vivocate. Nando 9. He's the one trying to gather some information. And Carol,
What is funny, Marcelo, about the rotation of Vivocate, it is that they always keep facing off against one team, right? And it is always different teams. In the first match was Fury, and right now Team Coda Solid solid, and then right after came Real.
Their rotation is never peaceful.
Yes.
Indeed. They always face off against some of the teams throughout the rotation, and we see Vitinho XP using the grenade launcher, the mini grenade launcher, to find some shots on the players of Evoke, just to rotate and to position themselves better for this fight. Vitinho XP once again taking lots of damages, coming in pack, using the grenade launcher once again, trying to deal damage on that god. Both teams are facing off against each other, trying to get the damage, but they don't go face to face. They're trying to fight with the utility, with the grenades, and not going for the direct confrontation. However, now we might have this confrontation happening as we see Peck and Modestia face to face against each other, and now Nando9 using the trees to heal himself during this
confrontation.
This holdout during the confrontation, but now that guy puts Paulie down. Modestia goes on. Nando9 puts back to the lobby, to the floor once again. Now that guy is trying to rush. There's Spawn trying to help back, but that guy will put him down once again, and there's only Vitinho XP to fight for Team Coda Solid. He's all by himself, and he's singing all by myself, and he will not hold it, because Nando9 just sent him back to the lobby, and Team Coda Solid is wiped out, Carol.
A very clean. I like to when a team win against another and stay with the whole squad alive. I like to say that a very clean squad wipe, because they got a squad wipe over another team with the full squad. They are looking strong. Already got points for Abuya here today in the last match in Bermuda. Looking strong, look confident, and they will definitely come to contest the last match where they didn't get the Booyah, Marcelo. They will come to take that away from Metagaming.
Let's see if Metagaming will take that away from Tropa or from B4. We know that Brasilia is always a region of many battles, and this time this battle may happen between three teams. If Tropa chooses to go up the hill, this war might engage up against Metagaming and B4. They're rotating from below, trying to use the negative as a protection and use the river as well as a protection. But now we see that Metagaming might have the information because of the usage of the drone. So Metagaming might have the information, and the players from Tropa are now using their drop calls for a better rotation. Let's see if they will go after Metagaming. Metagaming now is ahead of Tropa, and they might be surprised by the players coming from below. We see Team Solomid as well now entering the main island of Purgatory. They are still near Central. No, they are still near Central. They are behind Central over there. So they still have a ways to go. However, the safe zone closed, and they favored Central in the safe zone. Right now, the surprising safe zones favoring the islands on the south of Purgatory. Now with Bielgod being the guy to hold the information for Furia. And if we had a quick Purgatory map to start the day, now we have 11.5 minutes already gone and two teams only wiped out, Carol. So 40 players still alive, still fighting for this Booyah.
Well, yesterday happened the same thing. Today you ask me, do you think we're going to have the same quickest matches like yesterday? So the first three matches yesterday happened really fast, and then the last three ones took a little bit of time. The players were trying to get another strategy like Tropa is doing right now. I have never seen movements and rotations like I'm watching from Tropa today.
Tropa just lost Killed. Did you see it?
Yes, I did.
It seemed to me that he lost connection.
Was that connection?
He had no confrontations. He was inside of the safe zone. He had no confrontations, and he just went down. It's probably something about connection with Killed. Let's see if Kawan will lead loud right now to Central, and as we see the safe zone is closing, and there will be a part of Central that will be inside of the safe zone, Carol.
Actually, Loud decided not to engage against Furia, and they know that Furia would be an easy target right now. They are in the bottom, low confidence, and they are not winning much battles, you know. So, but they decided not to engage for now.
But look at the size of the safe zone and the amount of players and where the safe zone is.
High School Musical, all in this together.
We are all in this together once again near the river, and now Iago is trying to rush on his former teammate B4, but R7. But now 1-9 puts down a player with the sight, and he's trying to go for the sights, and Bonji goes down because that guy got to the fight. Probably saving before. Now Vivocade is coming to take positions, and Bonji, an awful day from Bonji today. Going back in the lobby in the 10th position. Once again, poorly played by Bonji. As we see who won, he tries to rotate, he tries to gather some information. He was saved by the players of Vivocade. Now, the VK squad is trying to gather information to fight against Metagaming. Drax and Yan will be the frontliners for Metagaming in this fight. Modestia is trying to get some shots out on the players from B4. He has the information, he has the positioning, he has a good moment, as Vivocade already got 5 kills in this Purgatory map. There are rotations still happening to this small safe zone, Carol. This will be a hype late game, right?
Definitely, Marcelo, but as we were watching Vivocade, I gotta say that even though they are already with 5 eliminations, which is good for their points by the end of this match, they are the second worst team in this season in Purgatory. They only scored 36 points on the start. Starting, of course, this is information for the start of the day, but they only scored 36 points at all. But Marcelo,
look at that safe zone.
For both of the bottom teams.
Look at the safe zone.
Real and Furia. Nice.
Real and Furia saving themselves inside of the safe zone. And now we see Metagaming going after the players from before. Before using 2 ices over there to have some coverage. But now Yan is going for the grenades. Brazin takes lots of damages and Lobato is being healed by his teammate. While we see Kawe using the AWM, but the ice is coming. And before is coming, but General and Nando 9 puts 2 players down from before. Now Juan is trying to use the side. Ian goes down and Kawe as well. Drax is still trying to hold on against before. If Vivocade saved before once, they almost saved it twice, but they almost killed it twice as well. Now Lost puts Prozin down. We have this fight going on between those 3 teams. The grenade launcher from Modestia is trying to get down, but Ian with the double grenade! A double kill with the grenade! Now Lobato goes down. That guy's still trying to help his teammates. He uses the ice. He heals through the ice. He's a wizard. And now Kawan uses the grenade to put down one player. Bolin goes down as well. Will puts Gusta back to the lobby as well. That guy sends Lost back to the lobby with a grenade launcher shot, and then he finishes off with the SMG. Will finishes off the players from Furia, gets the triple kill and puts a smile on my face because he's in my FF squad. Now Iago rotates. He tries to find the spot, but Moreira sends him back to the lobby. Tropa has only Moreira and Spill to fight, and they have to cross the river. They are in a predicament. Metagaming, Vivocade, and Tropa will go down because of the safe zone. They have to rotate and go to the other side of the river, but they cannot do it. VM7 is trying to get the kills. Vivocade goes down. Tropa goes down as well. VM7 gets 1 more kill. Metagaming goes down. Only 3 teams remaining. Team Solomid, Real, and Loud. Those 3 teams are still fighting in this match. Ouch. VM7 goes down. Kronos, the Warlock, puts him down. Great shot with the AWM to put VM7 to the ground, and now Vini XL has some space to run, has some space to rush on the players from Hell. Kronos has the top-down view. The safe zone favors Loud, who has the spot to stay alive. Can this be the booyah from Loud? Kronos sends Vini XL back to the lobby, and TSM gets wiped out because Fawn got the kill. So Loud now has 3 players. Real also has 3 players. What a day from Real, we gotta say it. What an incredible day from the team that is fighting to leave the relegation zone. Kronos, he tries to break the ice. Kawan uses the grenade, he puts VM7 down and sends VM7 back to the lobby. Tatui brings it back, sends Kawan back to the lobby. It's a 2-on-2 matchup. Tatui is coming after Will. Will is using the double vector. So is Tatu. Will tries to rotate. He has the support from Kronos. Takes lots of damages and puts lots of damages on Tatu. Tatu is by himself. Will is rotating. He wants the kill. He wants the takedown. Tatu uses the rock to protect himself. He has to deal with Will and Kronos. 18 minutes of the match played. He's trying to find a better spot to use the grenade through the other side of the rock.
Both of them with double vector, Marcelo.
Both of them with the double vector, and Kronos with the AWM to support Will from behind. Will went from the top of the rock,
Wow.
but Kronos made it! So it's a out! The support from Kronos was on point! Will went down with a great rush from Tatu, but Kronos had the time to use the AWM and to put Tatu back on the lobby, and Loud on the top of the standing scuttle.
What an amazing game coming from these two. Kronos, he didn't move himself from the top of the hill. He was waiting for Will. He were trusting on Will, and of course Will, he's a great player. But unfortunately, both of them have double vectors, and double vectors take a lot of damage. But Kronos were precisely aware of the situation and took the best shot to get this Booyah for Loud. Loud, who were in need of the Booyah right now, were not having a good day at all. But in the contrary, if Loud is not having a good day, Real is having a good day, and probably today would be one of the best rounds so far, or the first one.
Let's check out how the points were spread throughout this matchup as we have the confirmation of the points coming on the screen for you guys with the highlights. As soon as possible, we'll have this confirmation coming on. And we gotta say that we saw some teams raise their games in this matchup. We saw Team Solo Mid going out in the 3rd position with lots of kills. And now we have the confirmation with Loud in the 1st position. And look at Vivo Kate, that guy getting 5 kills and putting Vivo Kate on the 2nd place, Carol.
Amazing. That's the kind of performance that we are waiting for the former champions of last season. And like I said, Loud needed this Booyah, 19 more points for them to help them in our standings. But Real were definitely having an amazing day. They will by far leaving the relegation zone, leaving behind Fury, a team that got only 4 kills for this match. Before were having a good day. Still open gaps ahead of the other teams, but Corinthians cannot say the same.
And rewatching the final battle, the cold blood of Kronos is something incredible. If he missed that shot, he would be in such a predicament because Tatu would come for him with a double vector.
Yes.
Blood in his eyes, short distance. That vector would have been the end of Kronos, but the cold blood from the Warlock is just amazing.
Yes, Marcelo, well pointed out, but I just want to change the subject really quick because I could not stop to notice that in the bottom of this last match, in the 11th and the 12th place were Team Cold Solid and Corinthians, the two teams that were trying to get the top out of beforehand, and that not working because they were with 0 points back to the lobby. And we are going to see in our standings that Before keeps being in the 1st place, right?
Before probably keeps this 1st place and going after the 300 points mark. Going over the 300 points mark, but Loud is coming for the fight as well. Now they are only 23 points behind Before, and Vivo Kate is coming as well for Before. Now with 272 points, they are 31 points behind Before. So a good day, and we see Tropa 34 points, 33 points behind Before. So everybody is still on the game. Everybody is still on the game. Metagaming and TSM solidifying themselves inside of the top 12. Nitrox top 10 still stuttering a little bit today. Bonji is the disappointment since week 2, right?
Yes, and we can say, Marcelo, already that the teams that are leading our table inside of the top 12 are teams that belong to the Group A and the Group C. So we can already say that those are the groups with more aggressive and more desire, you know, to fight over the top. I'm not saying that Amazon Creep, she's the for example, Nitros Miners have not the same desire, but they are, Group A and Group C are keeping up with each other's games. If not for Fluxo Team and SS Sports, of course.
And Carol, impressive to see from Real, already 41 points for them today. They are now currently 13 points behind XD, and they can do it in 2 maps.
That's
And you know what else we can do?
what?
Hydrate. We need to hydrate, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back for more Kalahari and for more Bermuda. We have 1 player still remaining for B4. Carol, as you pointed out, it's Thiago. He tries to survive, but he will not be able to. But he brought down 1 player from Team Coda Solid. Let's check out 2 players from Team Coda Solid, actually. Now we see the fight between Tropa and Loud, and the grenade coming in for Killet. Killet goes down, and Ko1 gets 1 more kill. But Spill puts Will down with the double vector. He uses the ice to protect himself. Now Kronos is trying to bring this fight with the Max 7. He rotates, but Moreira puts him down, gets some points for my team in FF Squad. Now we see K1. He will not be held up because Spill with the double vector is doing an incredible job. 2 kills for him in this match, but Noda tries to keep Loud alive. Giga goes down. The fight is going on. Noda puts Moreira down. What is he doing? Oh my God, Noda! It's Booyah! We are back live to bring you guys the actions of the 5th map of Kalahari, but to bring you the actions of the run for the MVP that will be coming on the screen for you guys. Still Vitinho XP on the kill leaders list, but Killed is closing the gap, Carol.
Killed is coming right after Natividade. They are tied, but also 1 point behind of Killed, like you said. Killed who has the opportunity in this next match to pass Gus. Who knows? Maybe get a closure of MTS, which is not that impossible. We have seen that Killed did an amazing things over here, Marcelo. But R7 also having this coming back will give such, maybe, I guess, unbound team.
And we've seen Killed do wonders in Kalahari in that map that Tropa got 295 kills. I mean, 287 was on Killed. So, dude likes Kalahari indeed. And we have already gone through 4 maps and the gaming houses are already there. We see the charismatic Bonsai writing some things on his board, taking some notes. And I think it's important for the guys to take notes, to have a notebook, some pen and paper for them to write some things during the game. It helps strategically, right, Carol?
Yes, it helps strategically, Marcelo, and also will help the guys to keep in their memory what happened in the last match, right? So a quick movement, a mistake. So like you said, to keep notes, to take notes of their strategies in the game, of their best and the worst games. It is also important.
You know, I like fighting games a lot as well, and I watch many fighting games, and there are players from fighting games that take the notebook to the stage when they're going to play, because they gotta know the matchup with the player that they are playing and the character that this player is playing. So they have notes on everything, and it's important that the guys on Free Fire competition are bringing it to the game. They are taking notes from the players, from the characters that they are using, from the positioning, from the rotation. It's really important to have a neat strategy all right down by your side, so you can take a look and see, oh, this guy does this, so I'm going after him and I'm going to crush him. Carol, I think that those guys are ready to crush everyone, right?
I'm pretty much sure they are, Marcelo, because I'm almost crushing everything in here because I'm so excited for the next match. I'm so excited for the next map because it is Kalahari, and we know that Kalahari bring us a different game style that we watch in Purgatory and in Bermuda, and it keeps changing. And this is the middle of the map, Marcelo, where not the map but the matches where the players got replacements, and I want to see coming from Tropa what they have prepared for Kalahari, because today probably they are not having a good day because they are trying new things, like the coach said, right, Capgi?
And I like the movement from that guy in Vivo Kate's gaming house. He's probably looking for a signal in his mobile phone, or maybe praying to God,
or taking a selfie.
Maybe also taking a selfie. And he's smiling, so he's taking a selfie indeed. He's taking a selfie. And you look neat, my man. You don't need to straighten your hair. You look neat. That guy is neat. And as well, the guys in Corinthians, Bondi, Nitrox Top 10, and Team Solo Mid, but they're already on their seats, Carol. You know why?
Why?
Because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight R8D5 heading straight to Kalahari. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Michel, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's drop for the last time here today in Kalahari. The desert of Kalahari will bring us such actions, great actions, because it is a new meta here this season. And it is the grenades, the sniper rifles, but also the sight of this guy. So I want to see, Marcelo, who is going to kill most with the sights.
And now we see the positioning from the teams. Bondi going for the prison, nearing Furia. As we see, the usual rotation from lots of teams. Tropa go to the control post as usual. Corinthians changing their control post drop call, not just exactly not to fight Tropa. And as we see, some changes coming in on Bonji. Strong coming in the place of Level Up. Carol's exchanging experience for eagerness, right?
And Rigby and Strong, they are newcomers, we know that. And coming to replace Level Up is such a hard mission because he got the experience, which it is a different thing, right? But also have the desire to win. It is also a different thing for newcomers. So maybe Bomb Team needs to stick a little bit longer with the same squad of the first weekends.
But do you think that maybe, I'm sorry to interrupt you, that maybe Victor 7 is being missed on the squad? He has not played throughout the weekend.
Yes, that's why I'm saying they should maybe stick a little bit longer with the same squad that have a better performance. We see that coming from Vivocade, for example. Yesterday they tried to put Hay for the very first time, and that didn't work out. So this is the fifth match, and we haven't seen Hay in any other of the first 4 matches. So
it seemed to me that yesterday Vivocade was giving some play time to Hay after they got the Booyah, Carol. It seems that this is how Vivocade chose to introduce the guy to the game, to the competitive system of Serie A, to the rotation. They're making it slow for him.
Yes, indeed. But also Ray, he's not a newcomer. He have been played the past seasons, not only in Vivocade team, but
I mean the system, the competitive system for Vivocade, a team that is so well put together, that all players do everything, that all players share the statistics. Could this be an introduction from Vivocade to Hay on their competitive system, on their gaming system?
Yes, we can say that. We definitely can agree with that, Marcelo, because like Capigui is trying new things, Vivocade might can do the same, you know, and trying to use Ray as that. But I'm trying to focus right now on teams that we haven't talked much, and I gotta focus on Nitrox top 10. And Chinese, he is an excellent player. He is the player with more assistance in LBFF this season. And having such an amazing player, but also we have been watching great stuff coming from Romeo, from Bonsai. What is the deal for them not to connect the best game so far?
Let's check out if they will connect the best fight right now against Real. Chinese going and putting VM7 to the ground, finishing off VM7. And the first blood goes to Nitrox top 10. Chinese is trying to hold on the rush. JHCZ puts Tatu to the floor, but Tatu brings Chinese with him to the ground. They are now chatting, crawling during this confrontation. Bonsai saves the players from Nitrox top 10 over there and holds on to Real, and Real goes down, and they are back to the lobby with only 4 minutes of play. Nitrox top 10 now finding a good fight. Ousado putting Nando 9 back to the lobby as well. Corinthians is giving trouble to Vivocade, but Vivocade also having to deal with Bonji. Modestia's on the floor. R7 is trying to confirm the kill, or to get the kill on that God, which would confirm the kill that he had on R7. That God puts 1-9 down. K1 brings it back and puts R7 down. Now Bonji is having some trouble because they are sandwiched between the last player from Vivocade, who is that God, and the whole squad of Loud. Loud is trying to come after the good Booyah that they had in Purgatory for these players in Kalahari. K1 puts the grenades on the mouth of 1-9. 1-9 is down on the floor. The ice is helping the Bondi squad to remain safe. Rigby, he puts down 2 players with the mine! Amazing, intelligent play by Rigby, putting K1 and Noda to the floor with the mine. He finishes off K1. He still has to deal with Noda, but there are Will and Kronos coming after him. Noda is back on its foot. Strong puts Noda down, but Will brings it back, puts Rigby down. There's 2 players to fight for Bondi, 3 players to fight for Loud. Strong is trying to break the ice to save his teammate, but Will will finish him off. Kronos took lots of damages through the ice over there, while Strong and 1-9 are locked in inside of the house. They're trying to rotate, trying to find a good positioning for them to leave the house. But if they leave from one side, they will have to face off against Loud. If they leave through the other side, that god is waiting to get some points for Vivocade. Let's see how they will do it. 1-9 once again! The landmine destroying Will! The grenades are coming. Strong wants that points. 1-9 is throwing grenades.
And he got the kill.
He finishes off Will. In a smart play by Bone, using the landmines to stop Loud on their run. Kronos puts 1-9 out and Noda will finish them off. Bondi goes down. Back to the lobby in the 11th position, but they made it tough for Loud, Carol.
What I found funny, I mean, first of all, bad confrontation for Loud. Them are now down to 2, of course, even though they got a squad wipe. Each one of their players went back to the lobby with 1 point for killing, and there's still remaining Kronos and Noda. But I gotta point it out, that was so funny when Will fall off again for the mines, and Kronos were looking at him and thinking, should I save him again?
Again. Again.
That was funny. But look at that god, Marcelo, playing the Scooby-Doo strategy. Is that how you call?
He's actually playing the hide-and-seek strategy. Scooby-Doo strategy is when we have 2 players and they split to one side of the map.
Okay, got it. Yeah, so he's playing the hide-and-seek strategy right now, and he needs to be very quiet if he wants to survive. And he has the double vector. He only needs to go for the rush, which is going to be a little bit hard for him once he's down to 1. But as we haven't seen happening already here, is that... Ooh.
Nice shot by Killed. Trying to get the players from Corinthians. It was Razur over there, and he dealt lots of damages, but he could not finish him off. And we know that Corinthians always rotates to the control post. They did it once again, and they forced Tropa out of the control post, Carol.
Yes, exactly. Because they dominated the control post, Marcelo. And seeing that Corinthians have a control over a cow over here in Kalahari tells me why they have not much split points through the maps. Actually,
I thought you was going to say that ain't nothing but a heartache.
And nothing but a heartache. But 45 of points that Corinthians got were in Bermuda. And they need to improve a little bit more their performance in Kalahari. But they already got 2 kills, Marcelo. Ousado and Hazari looking very strong. And they will take that to the late stages of the game. I'm pretty much sure, as we are watching Team Coda Solid do their rotation.
Let's see this confrontation going on, because Team Coda Solid already has 2 takedowns and 1 player sent back to the lobby. Vitinho XP finishes off Brocofé, and now Team Solomid is in a predicament trying to get to the chest rock. But Team Coda Solid is going for the hit and run strategy. But Rush will not allow them to go freely and unpunished after they take down 2 players from their squad. Wally went down, and Vitinho XP is now helping him. He used the ice, and now Peck is rushing forward, going for the players of TSM. Napon uses the ice as well as Rush, and now they use the negative to save themselves and to keep themselves alive. They're now climbing the hills, waiting for Peck to come. He's with Scythe in hands, and now going for the players of Team Solomid. Let's see how he will fare off. Vitinho XP. He just hit his car, so he'll need to call for the insurance. That guy is coming and putting Rush to the floor and getting points for Vivocade. Important movement from that guy right now. Getting points from Vivocade, and now he's in a mano against Napon. He's now in a good battle for him to fight. He has a double vector, and he can fight Napon inside of the house. The ice is protecting Napon, but not from the outside. We see that guy using the cute girl skin, and he will finish off Napon. But now he has to run, because Team Coda Solid is going after him. He's the last player alive for Vivocade, and he just took off. But he took off through the open. Quali just got the information, and now they are going after that god. We see 2 players from Team Corasolid, Pão and Quali, the launch duo over there. Repositioning themselves, they know that they have to deal with that God, while we see Noda rotating for Loud. We see that Nitrox top 10 squad is inside of the safe zone closing once again near the playground region, but this time giving B4 more time to be inside of the refinery, Carol. We haven't talked about B4 yet in this matchup.
Yes, exactly, Marcelo. B4, who had an amazing weekend last weekend, and we haven't seen they are getting good position so far in the whole round, this whole 8th round, of course. But so far, they haven't shown much their game in this map of Kalahari, and we know that they got also a great dominance over their map of Kalahari. So,
Yeah, they're really good in Kalahari.
So let's see if they will bring that to the late stages of the game, because once again pointed out that the 4th Booyah of last weekend was amazing. They were actually, Marcelo, I don't know if you know that, but they were compared to the Phoenix Force, the world champions.
Yeah.
They got a great performance on the World Series.
But Vivocade will now go down by the hands of Vitinho XP, but Kronos put 2 players down from Team Corasolid. And now this fight is balanced. 2 players for Loud, 2 players for Team Corasolid, but those players will be helped. We see before trying to get information on the players from Corinthians that are using the hills to protect themselves, while Iago tries to rotate and tries to gather that information for before. He's hovering over the players from Corinthians, as we see Loud, Nitrox, Furia, all on the edges of the control post, trying to get a better positioning. And Kronos just finished off 2 players from Team Corasolid. Nice 2 points for him. Helping Loud. Triple kill by Kronos is shown up on the screen. Now B4 is rushing against the players from Furia. Memgad goes to the floor. Bonsai is also in this fight. Spill goes down. And Iago now puts Bonsai to the ground. This battle between 3 squads is now going on B4's way. They are using the high ground to use the snipers and to keep themselves safe. Bonsai puts Bolin on the floor. Nitrox top 10 amassing 5 kills for themselves. Juan and Prozin puts 2 players from Corinthians down, while B4 rotates to the bottom of the hills. Corinthians has Ousado sent back to the lobby, and Lobato with the grenade launcher! He finishes off the whole squad of Corinthians. Lobato is controlling the movement, but Prozin just sent himself to the floor. He just ate a rotten apple, and he was sent to the floor. Juan, he tries to rotate. Ian with the grenades, finishing off Prozin. One more grenade from Luan. Now from Ian, putting Lobato on the floor. Bielgad tries to get the shots on Bonsai. Kronos is still fighting for Loud. 7 teams still alive, and we have the last safe zone rotating. Tropa is the team that has the most favorable position. Bonsai is on the floor. Nitrox top 10 will have to rotate, as well as Loud, as well as B4. They will have to rotate. Kronos still fighting, still getting points for Loud. The grenade from Killet puts Ian on the floor. He tries one more. He has to find drugs. The double kill with the grenade for kills. He's now going back to the rush on the players from B4. But Spill goes down and is sent back to the lobby. Noda and Kronos are making it count. Nitrox top 10 is on the lobby. The Loud squad is on the top 3 with only 2 players. Kronos and Noda making it count for Loud. They have to deal with B4. They have to deal with Tropa. 11 kills on their hands. Great job by Kronos and Noda. Once again, the grenade launcher shot putting Giga down. Killet finds the grenade. And Noda wipes out the whole squad from B4. 13 kills for them. Killet goes down. He has to deal with it. And oh my god, it's a booyah! Loud!
Wow.
What a game by Noda and Kronos! Unbelievable! They held themselves up until the end of the game. The grenade launcher shots from Noda was vicious, and they got the kills. 6 on Kronos, 5 on Noda. Amazing job by the players of Loud. And the boys are back. Throw up the L, because Loud is on the top of the table, Scuttle!
Marcelo, I need the time to think right now because I'm speechless of what just happened with. I need to copy you and do. Because, oh my goodness, what Loud just did right now. 15 kills, 15 eliminations, 7 by the hands of Noda, 6 by the hands of Kronos. A great duo to take the games to the final stage and win.
And they didn't hide. They went for the fights.
Noda, he worked so well his grenade launcher. And he... Actually, I don't know if Noda was too smart or if the other players were too dumb to stay in the same position where he was throwing the grenade launcher, but still worked very good, giving Loud 27 points, Marcelo, in one single match, one single... I mean, we gotta check our table.
Players.
Of course, we're going to see the best moments and the points of each team, but I'm very excited to see the table to see where Loud stands right now because 27 points, it's a lot.
We have the confirmation on the points coming up on the screen for you guys. Noda with 7 kills, saving Loud. They lost 2 players in the first battle of the game.
Look at the fucking face.
He's so cute. He's so cute.
The chicks.
And now we have Loud with 27 points, before with nice 16 points. They may save their first place on the tables with those 16 points. Nitrox top 10 finally getting 14 points, and Tropa with 12. Nice job by Tropa as well. Metagaming with 9, Coda Solid with 7. But I'm still impressed, Carol. I am still blown away by what Noda did.
Me too.
He didn't go for the hiding. He didn't go for the safe game. No, they went for the fights.
Yes.
They engaged into team fights. Kronos.
Look at that. Look at the replay of the grenade launcher. He killed Tropa. He killed B14. In the same spot, he killed Tropa. And that's what I'm asking myself. Were him very smart, very intelligent, or the other teams were kind of, lost the track of time because he killed both of the teams in the same spot.
Let's check out the standings because 27 points for Loud put them in the second position.
Right to the 300 mark, Marcelo. 6 booyahs. They can compete against Fluxo team because they got a tie break. They got also a lot of eliminations, tying with the B14 in the second position. Can you tell how much difference make one single booyah?
It's incredible. It's incredible. They got 2 already. They have the double booyah. And just to remind you, Loud started the day with 240 points. Now they have 307. 67 points on their hands already. 27 just in this map.
But what I was trying to say about, I know they got a double booyah, but what I'm trying to say is that one booyah changed the
whole game. Changes the whole game. Nice stuff from Tropa as well, reaching the 6th position and fighting against Fluxo for the 5th spot. Doing good. Bondi had a little of a breather over there, going over Netshoes Miners. And we still have Nitrox top 10 fighting for the top 12. Not a good game by Team Solo Mid. They were wiped out really early in the game. But we still have to talk about Noda and Kronos. That was just amazing. But we will talk about it in a few moments. But Carol, please, you have some insights to bring.
I just gotta point it out that Loud might be a couple points away to have their best round so far. And we're probably gonna see them in the highlights of the day, Marcelo.
We will probably indeed see Loud in the highlights of the day. 67 points is a usual mark for teams in the highlights of the day. And we still have one more map coming for you guys to watch with us. So we'll take a breather and be right back after the quick break.
See, the Fluxo team, it's still alive, Marcelo. Now it is time for them to redeem themselves of the bad matches they had.
Let's see how they will do it, because they are trying to deal with the players from Netshoes Miners. Broil was ahead of them and trying to get their positioning before lost two players down in there trying to deal with Fluxo, but they also have to deal with the players from Netshoes Miners. Fluxo is sent back to the lobby. Before got the kills. 9 kills on the hands of Before. They still have 2 players and they are still defending the high ground. We are back live. Those guys are getting ready for the last map of the weekend as we prepare ourselves, as we join the control tower on our way to Bermuda. But Carol, can Loud go for the triple booyah?
Triple booyah, triple booyah, triple booyah. I'm rubbing my hands right now because I really wanted to get a triple booyah here today. I get very excited with the double booyahs, and triple booyahs makes me very happy, but only one team made my day. That will be before got a quadra booyah, breaking a lot of records here. And it is possible for Loud to get a triple booyah today, Marcelo, because they will leave the Kalahari map, get into the airplane, heading to Bermuda with great confidence.
They are going indeed with great confidence to the map of Bermuda, and we know that this is a map that the players that play for a long time are in love with. And we know that Loud is a very experienced team. Loud holds the record of most kills in Bermuda. K1 holds the record of most individual kills in Bermuda. So this is possible.
No, of course, that's more than possible, especially because Noda, it is in the game. We haven't put Will and K1 in a lot of highlights, but we forget that Noda, it is definitely a golden key to the team of Loud. He's a different player, I would say, because when he does something, he does like a big thing, like he did right now, 9 kills.
Seven kills.
Yes, and 4 kills with the grenade launcher. That's amazing coming from one player.
That was incredible indeed. Noda changed the picture of this last match with Kronos. We have to talk about Kronos as well. 6 kills for him with the AWM.
And they play in cold blood, Marcelo. Sorry to interrupt you, because
of course
they had to the middle, to the end of the match, they had to go with only 2 players.
I thought you were going to go Joel Santana in the middle from behind. Steve played very well. But indeed, they didn't hide. They lost 2 players in the early stages of the game, and they went for the late game fighting. They didn't go hiding. And do you know who else will be fighting?
Who?
All those 12 teams, because we're clear to take off, so let's hit the skies! Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight RAD6 heading straight to Bermuda. This is your captain, Marcelo Ferrantini, and by my side, my co-pilot, Carol Bombshell, invites you to loosen your seatbelts, fasten your boards, because it's time to drop, Carol!
So let's drop in Bermuda right now, Marcelo, because I want to see and I want to know where Bones
Have you ever
Nitrox Top 10, TSM, Vivo Kid, Team Coda Solid, B4, Furia, Loud, Metagame, and Rio Sports, and Tropa have prepared for the last match today. We know that Tropa is keeping the best for last, but also they needed to bring something because today they are not having a good day at all.
They're not having a good day at all, and now we see Metagaming, who's also not having that good of a day despite the booyah, and despite showing us the Dogo. They're still not having an amazing day, and they went for the peak. They went for the main region of Bermuda to get the higher ground, to get the loot all by themselves, the blue zone, and it seems that Metagaming will once again play the center of the safe zone game as they usually do, Carol.
And actually, Fluxo team is not here today, and Fluxo goes to the pick drop call, and we would probably watch a first battle between those 2 teams. But so far so good. Metagame will look strong because they are in the blue zone, the best loot and equipment they can find in the map. But I just want to say that focus a little bit on Real and Furia. Both of the teams have reasons to be a little bit ashamed, but Rio Sports, they can celebrate a little bit, right? Even though they suffered the worst performance in the competition last Saturday, around where they only got 13 points. Right now they are looking way better. They are connecting their game. They are trying to repair and fix their mistakes. But on the other hand, Furia keeps having the worst performance by far, Marcelo.
And talking about Real, we have to say that the guys are having a good day today. They're only 13 points behind XD, and they can go over XD still in this matchup if they perform well as they did on the first map. When they got 13 points, rushing and going after the fights, this could become one of the better days for a team on the relegation zone. We've seen last season, we've seen some great days from Pain Gaming trying to save themselves from the relegation zone, ended up saving themselves from the relegation zone, but went to the Access Group and lost their spot on Serie A on the Access Group. But we had great days from Pain, and this is a great day from Real, an amazing day from Real, holding themselves, trying to leave the relegation zone, but not from Fúria, Carol.
Yes, they can dream it because they are reaching the point of XD, like you said. But in another hand, Fúria team, this is our 8th round, 5th weekend, and Fúria cannot yet connect their best game, which it is definitely kind of shame. But just bring some stats. The second worst team in Bermuda, it is Bond team, Marcelo, and they haven't had any good positions. I mean, good positions, yes, but okay positions, but not amazing. A really good one, right? And they only got like 17% of their points in Bermuda, and that's a very low percentage.
Yeah, you should target to be around 33% per map, because that would sum up to 100%. But it seems to me that Bonji had a good day counting on the main lineup, and now they're trying to find out what they can do with the players that surround that main lineup of 19 R7, Level Up, and Victor 7, Carol.
Yes, exactly. But since we are focused also on each of the players, I have here the stats also for Loud. There's the only team in LBFF 6 with 3 of their players in the top 20 of rankings of killings. So we got the kill leaders. We got the list of the kill leaders and for the MVP, of course. And Loud in the top 20 have Kawan, Noda, and Will with most of the kills. That's impressive. They by far are a very strong team in LBFF history.
And now we see the guys from Metagaming rotating, but Juan got to take the shot on the second player from Nitrox up on the floor. The first one was sent to the lobby, and now we see Will going after the players from Tropa. Tropa is engaging into this fight against Loud, and now we see Nitrox top 10 also in a predicament, fighting against Metagaming. 3 kills for them on the players of Nitrox top 10. Only Romeo still surviving for this Nitrox squad. Let's see how Metagaming will aggress on these players from Nitrox top 10. Will is sending players down like a madman. Kronos gets the kill on Killed. Modestia tries to put Lobato down. Now Loud is rotating. They got 3 kills, and they will use the pad to rotate. They are near the plantations, and now they're rotating while Modestia sends a player from before back to the lobby. Awful day from before. Only one good matchup in Kalahari, but still a bad day from a team that comes from a Quadrabuya in their last showing. The historical Quadrabuya, the historical and hysterical Quadrabuya that I went hysterical.
Indeed.
And now we see Kronos once again taking the fight to Team Solomid. He gets the shot on Vini XL, deals half of his life in damage, and now Brokofé loses half of his life in another shot of the KAR from Kronos. This man with a sniper rifle on his hands, oh my god. What can't the Warlock do with a sniper? Now we see Kawan trying to rotate, trying to surround the players from Team Solomid, and that happened once to Team Solomid in Bermuda against Tropa in the first map of the day, and they got the best of it. But now Kronos is dealing damage. Now Vini XL goes down. Kawan is using the grenades. He's bringing up the firepower to take the players from TSM down. Rush goes over. K1 tries to find a good positioning. Brokofé is also there. 3 players from TSM are there, but Napom goes down. Will get to save. K1 over there. Loud is bringing the fight to Team Solomid. Triple kill by Will. And I thank you because you are in my FF squad. Noda still rotating. Still going for the fight. Rush goes down. Noda gets the kill and then Will finish it off. Loud getting 7 kills to start this Bermuda map. But now they are being targeted by Furia and they need to take off because Memgad was dealing tons of damages to the players of Loud. However, 8 minutes in play, 7 points for killing for Loud, Carol. They are going for the top of the standings.
They will definitely going for the top of the standings. They want to take the first place off before Marcelo, and that's a great opportunity because Team Cold Solid is coming as well.
Team Cold Solid is coming as well, but now they are sandwiched between Loud and Furia. That could be a dangerous position for Team Cold Solid. They did not know of the Furia squad, and they could be in a predicament. Vitin XP tries to rush, but Will try to settle him down. Vitin uses the chrono and then uses the ice, but Will went after him, and he will get the takedown, putting Vitin XP down. The players from Team Cold Solid are trying to rotate, trying to climb the hills, and this fight is getting really out in the open. While Will gathers with his teammates, uses the ice to run. Loud will not go for that fight after he only got the kill on Vitin XP just to make it bad for my FF squad team, Carol.
But I like the communication of Loud team when they see that is not a good fight to engage where they can come and lose a player. They decided to retrieve Marcelo.
And now Kronos has the opportunity to go after Pão. He dealt a lot of damage to Pão, but now he forced the retreat. Meanwhile, Will is trying to find a good spot to rotate as well, to circle through the players of Team Cold Solid, but Peck was well aware and avoided this movement from Will. Now we have Kronos also rotating. Loud is retreating while Team Cold Solid tries to find the grenades, but they are too far from the players of Loud. Let's check out the movement from K1. K1 goes to the floor, gets taken down by Quali, but he has the space to be helped by one of his teammates. Let's see what will happen. Noda is the one going for the rush. He has the information on Peck, uses the ice, and he will retreat once again. He's going for the information and retreating, going for the information and retreating, but Quali is trying to get the shots out because he knows that Kronos is on the floor. Kronos is helping K1 on the floor, and he could find a few good shots over there.
What a tough fight, Marcelo, huh? To see that even though Team Cold Solid is down to 3, they decided not to retrieve and is still trying to engage.
They are putting pressure on Loud. They are pushing Loud backwards to the plantation zone and taking Catulista to themselves and dealing damage like Quali just dealt right now on Will. As we see, the players from Team Cold Solid are rotating, are trying to find their bad positioning, and Quali is holding the door for K1 and Kronos, but 2 players from Loud already left and are already circling those players from Team Cold Solid. Quali is in the front line, but they have still Peck and Pão to deal with, and it seems that Will got the information. They are going after Will. They are going after Peck and Pão. Noda uses the ice to protect himself, while Peck uses the sniper to put Will on the floor. Now Will is down and Quali puts K1 down as well, and Team Cold Solid now has the numbers advantage. They can bring this fight back. But Kronos puts Quali down. Pão tries to rush on Kronos. Kronos gets 2 quick shots from his sniper on Pão. He can do it again, but Pão uses the Vector to put Loud down, to put Kronos down. Noda is trying to save the squad. Will is down. He will be finished off by Peck. Pão gets the kill on Will, and Peck gets the kill on Pão gets the kill on Noda, and Will is on Peck's account. Bondi goes down after a confrontation with Real. Real still keeping up in the game.
Oh my goodness.
Real still keeping up, but now they have to deal with B4 as well. We see Juan rotating in Bimazak, going to Catulista, trying to get a better positioning, as we see Ousado finishing off Fon, and Corinthians is now going after the players from Real. Azur and Ousado leading the charge. As we see VM7 on the watchtower, waiting for some space to work.
Great stuff happening, Marcelo, already in the beginning of this match. Of course, we still have 10 teams alive, but the problem of Loud is that they took a lot of time to go for the last 3 players of Team Cold Solid. So in the long distance, they got an advantage and put 2 of the players down, Will and Kawan, 2 important players, leaving Loud in a disadvantage. So and Kronos, he tried a lot, but you cannot compete in mano when you have a sniper and a double vector.
A double vector indeed. It got tough for Kronos to hold onto himself against Spawn with such a short distance between those 2 players. However, we have now Metagaming rotating, and they are being targeted by Vivocate, who is on the nearest, and they went for Nitrox up 10, got the kill on Romeo. Romeo was the last player alive for Nitrox up 10. Still got 2 points, 1 point for Nitrox up 10 with the positioning. But now Metagaming, with the eagerness to go for the fight, has still a few players standing. And look at who are the 2 players standing for Loud, Carol.
It is Noda.
And it's Kronos.
No, Kronos.
No, it's only Noda. It's only Noda.
It is only Noda.
Let's see if he can make the magic happen once again. And now we see Corinthians holding the door for Furia, the grenade launcher. Bops!
My gosh!
Oh my god, Bops!
No way, Jose.
The triple kill with the grenade launcher! Impressive stuff from Bops! The players from Furia are still trying to bring their teammates to their feet, but what Bops did, the aim on that kid. Noda goes down after he was taken down by Modestia, and Vivocate gets Loud back to the lobby. More grenades coming in against the players from Furia. Bops, that triple kill was just impressive. And now we see Metagaming coming after the players from before, and Iago is holding them accountable in the watchtower. Drax is down, and he will go back to the lobby. He will not be helped. And he is back to the lobby. The kill goes on Prozin. Prozin getting lots of kills today. We gotta say it. Maybe Prozin will show up on the highlights of the day. Let's check this out. Iago tries to find
Bops.
Prozin and Bops indeed. However, Bops did not confirm those 3 kills.
Yes.
But Team Cold Solid is going after Vivocate, even though they have less players than Vivocate. They are in the number disadvantage, but the grenades are coming in. That got puts back down, and Furia is back on the lobby. Bops just destroyed Furia once again. That got puts back down, and Team Cold Solid also back on the lobby. 4 kills for Vivocate. They had the numbers advantage, but now they have to deal with Corinthians. They are rushing over the players for Vivocate on the top of Bimazak, forcing them to rotate in the safe zone. Ousado and Bops are leading the charge for Corinthians. We see those two players rotating. Azur puts Cian down. Azur puts Iago down as well. Before players are getting amassed by a single player from Corinthians. Ousado, he's rotating. That guy gets put down by Bops. But Nando 9 puts Zenak to the floor. Bops and Ousado leading the charge against Vivocate. Nando 9 is there, nearing the ice. He will go down. Ousado is doing it all. He puts 2 players down. General brings it back and puts Ousado to the floor. The grenades from Bops are coming. Azur with the double vector. He puts Vivocate to sleep. Vivocate is back to the lobby, and Corinthians now has 7 kills. And all players remaining. We have only 10 players in this fight. Now 4 squads are still alive. 9 players. Corinthians have 4. B4 has 3. So we have 2 squads with only 1 player to fight. It's Real and it's B4. They are the 2 squads. It's meta gaming in Real. Corinthians and B4 have the squad with more players. 4 players for Corinthians, 3 for B4, 1 for Metagaming, and 1 for Real. Ousado, he uses the ice. He tries to cover himself. 17.5 minutes played in this matchup. Grenades are coming in. Lost puts Iago down, and Metagaming goes down after VM7 puts Bops to sleep. Zenak will be the one leading the charge for Corinthians in this time. VM7 tried to rush for Real, but he holds Real up until the third position. Good matchup for Real. They might have left the relegation zone, Carol. It's important for us to say. Ousado puts Juan down. Not only 2 players to fight for before. Corinthians is going over. And Ousado gets the kills. So it's a boo! Yeah! Corinthians! The double booyah came for them as well. With Bops and Ousado, you got to fear nothing, Corinthians. This squad is back. They're making it look like Season 5. And they're taking the position that they deserve on the top of the standings, Carol.
Baby steps is the goal for Corinthians, Marcelo. And if they did a silent game right now, their double booyah is definitely not silent. Double booyah with 11 eliminations, 12 points per position, an amount of 23 points. That's amazing coming from Zenak, Leozinho, Ousado, Razuri, Bops, and Gelo 7. Marcelo, what Bops did on the day today. A newcomer debuting so good this season, proving us that he have the desire to win and to be with the elite of Free Fire here in Serie A.
And if he didn't get the huge number of kills in this map, it's mostly because he couldn't confirm the 3 kills on the players from Furia after that grenade shot launcher. That was incredible. He almost took down the whole squad with one shot. That was amazing from Bops, and Ousado made him pay. So a guy that was in the run for the MVP last season, now bringing it back and having good chemistry with Bops, those 2 players really make Corinthians look like a real threat to be taken. We'll have the confirmation of the points coming in, Carol, and you have some insights?
No, I was just in agree with you because they are. The guys should definitely fear Corinthians because they adopt different strategies that it is working for them season after season. And it seems like the guys doesn't learn from that, because they do this edge games where they rotate very safe, holding a little bit of their game, taking to the late stages of the game, and get a great position, and finally get a buoy, of course. And that's the proof of the 23 points they got right now, followed by before that will close the gap ahead of a Loud team that is probably in the second place with more 11 points. But Real, so far, the best day they have since this season started, Marcelo.
Real will finish the day close to XD, probably 1 or 2 points behind XD, and 50 points ahead of what they had to start the day. Will with 5 kills is the MVP. Also with Ousado, we have Team Coda Solid with 7 points, Tropa with 6 points. Those 2 teams having a solid day, a good day. Furia with only 3 points, disappointing once again. Nitrox obtained 1 point. Bondi also disappointing 1 point, and Team Solomid, who had an okay day as well, finishing off in the 12th position. But Carol, we've seen great things today from Loud. We've seen great things from Corinthians. We've seen great things from a lot of teams, and we got to check the standings to know how this day messed up with our tables before going for 333.
Definitely closing a big gap ahead of Loud that is in the second place right now. Of course,
maybe not that big.
They reached the mark of 318 points. They have the tie break ahead of before, of course, more kills. But yeah, like you said, not too far. Good to point out again that Corinthians will sleep today in the 30th position, also in the with 300, only 1 point behind of Loud. Oh my goodness, that will definitely help him. And yet, it is a fight like Loud and Fluxo, and right now we are going to have Loud, Fluxo, and before Team Coda Solid in the 4th position, losing a position for Loud, and of course Corinthians, they had a better match than they did. Tropa in the 6th position with 288 points. Was not one of the best days of course, but they are still looking very strong. Like Capgui said, they are trying to connect a few things, trying to new strategy to keep the best for the last. Vivo Kid in the 7th position, Meta Game also inside of the top 12, and Nitrox top 10, and Team Solomid not having the best day, but they are still sleeping in the top 12, leaving Bond behind. Real Sports, Marcelo, 1 point behind of XD.
And we have to talk about this closing of the gap from Real. They scored 53 points today. Amazing day from a team that scored only 135 points in 4 days. Today, they finally came into play. We expect that from Furia as soon as possible. However, important fights for the top 12 with Netshoes, Miners, and Bonji, with the possibility to get to TSM, to Nitrox. SS Esports is a team that needs to repeat those past few days that they've been having. They have come back to the fight. Vivocade as well, Corinthians as well. 3 teams that were really dangerous last season are coming for the fights as well. But I am eager to see. On next Saturday we will have Fluxo playing, and I am eager to see if Fluxo will get to before. How will the distance fare off? We will have on Saturday all the teams with 36 maps played. We will have once again the full circle, as we like to say, and I am dying to see what will go on Saturday. But I'm dying to see, however, who was the best team of the day, Carol?
I think I have a prediction that it is Loud. 78 points, a double booyah, and look at the points. It's the kills split by the players. Will with 11, Kronos with 11, Noda with 10, and Kawan with 8. And that's explain why they are the best team of the day. All the players from the squad work very good today. They sure did their job. And I think also was well separated the points between Purgatory and Kalahari. Even though in Bermuda they didn't have an amazing matches, still they got okay points.
Yeah. And we have the highlights of the day coming up on the screen for you guys to understand how they were the best team of the day. Corinthians was only a little behind this Loud squad with 74 points. Before, we didn't talk. I actually believe that Before had a bad day today. They finished off with 63 points. It's really good for a team that didn't get a booyah, for a team that didn't show up for the day a lot. But what impresses me the most, 40 kills for Loud, 37 kills for Corinthians, 32 kills for Vivocade. That guy getting 15 kills, but look at the individual kills. Bops and Ousado. I am so happy with my FF squad right now, because Bops got 14 kills. Will got 11. I am so happy with my FF squad right now.
I wasn't saying that Before had a bad day. Not at all.
I said.
No, I said I will not say that, because I don't think they did. Because was an average day. If they are in the most points of the day, they are average, especially because they reached the top.
No, I mean, during the day I said that I thought Before was having a bad day, but now I see them in the highlights of the day, and it impresses me, because I actually didn't see that much from Before today, and they were there getting the points, getting the kills, and going to the highlights of the day.
You're right.
This is such a consistency coming from Before that impresses me, and consistency is something that I want to see from individual players in the kill list. Let's check out who were the top killers of the week. Vitin XP with only 2 kills for the day, just because I casted him on FF squad. MTS still on the second place with 49, Killed with 46, Gus with 44, and R7 with 43 are our top 5. Nice to see the faces of Gus and Killed, 2 youngsters. When Vitin XP as well, also a youngster on the skill list. Carol, good things from those guys.
Yes, definitely great things coming from these guys. I like to see MTS still on the run to be the MVP. I really enjoyed the fight between him and Cias, but what I'm enjoying right now is the same as you, to see the new faces, the newbies of past season, this season, and it is really good to see how the improvement of Free Fire season after season have been given us amazing players that compete right now to be the most valuable player this season. And Iago in the 6th position.
Iago in the 6th position, and that shows of the silent work that Before is doing, even though last week they weren't as any silent. They got 4 booyahs, they made me go crazy, but this weekend and the past weeks, they've been quiet, silently working their points to get to the top of the standings. Good job from B4 as well, as we get the confirmation of the booyahs on the screen for you guys. And Carol, another great weekend of balanced Free Fire.
Yes. You said that you think, I mean, in the beginning of the season, you said that would be a balanced season, and I agree with you. But also, I agree that last season was very balanced because most of the teams by the 5th weekend would have a booyah. Only three teams haven't get a booyah yet this season, of course, which it is she's the Amazon Creeps and Fury team. But also both of the seasons have been very balanced, and this season will probably get even more balanced. Today we had a double booyah of 2 big teams, that is Loud and Corinthians, but also a booyah of Team Coda Solid, who was a newcomer last season, and right now it's competing to be the first one in our table. So amazing stuff.
And Carol, you talked about the 5th weekend of the LBFF. Next weekend is the 5th weekend.
Next weekend.
So we gotta check out the teams that will be playing throughout the 5th weekend. We will have Group B as the home group, as the host group, with Amazon Creeps, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, SS Esports, and XD going against Before, Loud, Furia, Metagaming, Real, and Tropa. And 3 teams that are fighting for the top of the standings will be there. Fluxo, Before, and Loud. Direct fight for the top of the standings. On Sunday, we will have Amazon Creeps, Fluxo, Los Grandes, Netshoes, Miners, SS Esports, and XD defending Group B once again against Group A. Bond, Corinthians, Nitrox Top 10, Team Coda Solid, Team Solomid, and Vivo Gate. Important fights coming for you guys on next weekend. An important weekend in this LBFF as we will reach half of the season. After Saturday marks the end of the first half of the season, and on Sunday we have the second half of the season. And Carol, once again, a pleasure to share this broadcast with you.
Marcelo, I can't believe we are already reaching the half of the season. That's amazing, and it was always a pleasure to be here with you, with all of you that keep watching us. Thank you so much. For me, this weekend was one of the best, and it keeps getting better. So be here with us next weekend because there's a lot of more action. Thank you.
And follow us on at FF Esports PR. We are waiting for you there. So bring us anything, any doubts you have, anything you have. It was a pleasure to bring you guys more of this action. Thank you for your audience. Thank our crew for all the work. And thank you guys for being here with us. So we'll see you next Saturday at the same time. And of course, it's time to drop, my guys. See you tomorrow. See you Saturday.